Leave meeting.
Leave meeting.
Got it. Made that button a different color.
Every time.
There are easier ways to tell me you don't want to play my game anymore.
No.
You don't have to
All
be
we
quite
want to
so
do is play your game.
heavy-handed.
That's
We're just
all we want to
assholes.
do.
I'm sorry.
It's ironic because like Lee said, the only thing we want to do is play this game.
Just play some Vampire Boyfriend.
Fuck real life. Let's play this.
Accurate.
Okay, well, welcome to Tales from the Forgotten Troupe. We are back with more sad vampire boyfriend, of course, because that's all we know how to do these days. So a few announcements before we get started. And the question that I would like all of you to think about while I'm going through these is, what is your character's favorite animal?
What if I want to tell you my favorite animal?
You can tell
Then
me
make
both.
it the same.
You can tell me both if you would like. Why
Okay,
not?
great.
Your self-introduction is your own, so if you would like to go off the rails,
Perfect. I love it.
the only thing I can do is kick you from the meeting.
Leave meeting.
Boot from me.
But thank you everyone who subscribed during September. We did reach our subscriber goal of 10 subscribers. Yay! Woo!
Yay!
Thank you very much. We are also Hero Forge affiliates now. So if you would like to help support the show, you can check out the link in our Twitch About section or in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, if you would like, you can join us live every week and have fun in chat, talking to us and watching the episodes.
Or don't have fun. Like, we don't want to tell you what to do.
Right. You can
Yeah,
totally
be very
read the
angry
entire
and
time
talk
if
to
you
us.
want.
It's fine.
We let Vlad be there. So.
We don't know your life.
I'm
you
allowed.
can come and criticize me for knowing nothing about Salem, Massachusetts.
Or vampires.
Or
We're at the
vampires.
Pacific Northwest.
Or
What?
anything.
No.
Or, yeah.
Atlantic Northeast. Okay.
But if you would
that
like,
tracks.
if you would like reminders about the show, follow us on Twitter or join our Discord, or if you haven't, follow us on Twitch, and you can get email notifications when we're live. Amazing.
And phone notifications.
Electronic
Email.
mail.
Notifications.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
How fancy.
Who uses email?
So newfangled.
Yep. Assuming there's a good chance by the time this goes up, we have already reached our goal, but
We have.
if we haven't, there's a community challenge going on where you can unlock a super special, secret, amazing cryptid episode.
Our dragons.
Wait, is that our new community challenge? Is a cryptid episode? You can't
Yes.
just say something like that, Charlie.
It is Vampires now. versus
Yep.
Bigfoot.
New October goal, cryptid episode.
Cryptid.
Not yet, but a super special secret bonus episode of Sad Vampire Boyfriend with dragons.
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 Yeah, so that is everything I have to say right now. Let's go around and you can introduce yourselves and tell us who you're playing. So we can start with Bree.
I'm Brianna, or Bree. I am playing Tori. Her last name's a mystery so far.
Tori the mystery. So, okay.
Her.
That works. Actually, her last name's Amaranth is a decision, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is.
So,
That's hot.
Oh my
I think
God.
her favorite animal is probably wolves.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Girl. Wolf girl.
I love it.
Okay,
I'm
Tori is a
picturing, like-
furry confirmed.
Respect the alpha.
She's definitely an alpha. Maybe.
Right.
It was disproven.
And on that note,
All right, Lee.
Yes, me. My name's Lee Baldwin. I play Vlad. Vlad's favorite animal is probably crows.
Mm.
He really likes crows. They're very smart and
They like shiny things.
yeah, they're just interesting animals and they're very cool looking. So
Like this
Not 'cause
cravat
Lee
I
loves
just found
Paddler.
that has a crow or a raven.
He's a
on
big
it.
Paddler
Oh.
fan, yes.
God. Stop with the cravats.
No.
Yeah.
I found a really
Down,
good
Aurelio,
one.
down.
It's got
Um,
Vlad's favorite animal on it.
Crows.
Oh.
Yeah. I just think that they're very good and
They're
good
neat.
animals.
Just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat.
All right, Remick.
Yes, hello, I'm Remick. I play Aurelio, and I think Aurelio's favorite animal would be something like a pine marten or like a stoat, something in that like
Martens,
weasel, European kind of weasel family.
Specifically when wearing a cravat.
Yes, it has to be wearing a cravat.
A little cravat, a cravat and a little backpack.
With the cravat.
Yeah, you say that, but I saw a picture of a pine marten when I Googled it just now, and I
With a
literally
cravat.
thought,
Of course she was
I
Googling
thought
again.
it was wearing a cravat because of the coloring on its throat.
That's why he
Got
likes
cravats
them.
on the brain.
Yeah,
Yep.
just cravats 24/7 in the brain.
Always thinking about cravats.
Yeah.
In one
Oops, all
cravat, out
cravats.
the other.
Yeah,
ATC.
Yes.
Always thinking cravats.
Always thinking cravats.
Alrighty, Maria.
I'm Maria. I play Michael, and his favorite animal is, I don't know,
An otter.
otter,
And
maybe
Jin-
otter.
Zhao.
I'll go with rabbit. He
Okay.
likes rabbits.
Cute.
Interesting.
I can't
choice.
say rhinoceros because I've been abusing that joke.
Damn
Gonna get
it.
canceled.
Damn it.
That's our next spin-off. We
We're gonna
we
get
break into
copyright
the zoo.
stricken.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time,
Oh
yeah.
man, yes.
Who's
Zoo
going to
break.
make a micro RPG where we just break into the zoo to watch the rhinos?
Yep. I think
And
Maria
cause me
is
some
now.
Oh my god.
My God. Jenna, please take us home.
I am Jenna, and I play Amarantha. And Amarantha's favorite animal is a penguin.
I love
Well
it.
dressed.
Penguins are good. I love penguins. Like legitimately, I love penguins.
Yeah, they're adorable.
they're
and
Specific kind of penguin, or just like penguins broadly?
What about the ones that have the funky eyebrows, like the
No.
huge
You
yellow?
can't just pick a
No,
Scary.
not those
You know how tall
penguins.
they are?
They're so
Penguins,
cute.
not rock
They're
hoppers.
so tall.
Emperor
They're
penguins are
like-
the biggest ones. Yeah.
They're probably
They're
taller
like
than
a-
Amarantha.
Yeah, they're like Amarantha size. That's insane and that's scary.
But then
No,
you
no,
could
no.
hug them.
No,
They're
they're very, very
friendly.
aggressive. The emperor penguins are not nice penguins.
It was
Did
like,
the small one.
Amarantha?
Well, they do have knees, so
Yeah, they do have knees.
Thanks, Shirley.
Did
The more you
Amarantha
know.
ever
I
watch
had
the
not realized
movie?
about penguins, but I guess that makes sense.
Yes,
Did Amarantha ever watch the movie The Pebble and the Penguin?
sure. Yeah.
Oh.
this is about
Jenna's
March
not
of the
into-
Penguins.
Tim Curry, Pebble and the
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you are missing
feel
out.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen the Pebble.
Yeah.
It's a good
Mhm.
movie.
Jenna, you
That-
gotta do your
There was like a
penguin
big
homework.
penguin craze for a while. There's like 5 penguin
Mhm.
movies that were out. And then
Yeah.
there's like a whole
Surf's
bunch of
Up.
documentaries. Like everyone was obsessed with
March the
penguins for a
Penguins.
little bit.
For good reason.
They're awesome.
They are good animals.
It's just
Like,
weird
they're
how things
great.
work like that.
They're
you know?
so fucking cute and like, yeah,
Mostly, I just came out of that phase with fear of orcas.
yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's a healthy
that's fair.
fear.
They're
Orcas
mean
and
to
seals.
penguins.
They're literally
is
killed
God.
killer
Not nice.
less so seals, but
Yeah. Seals
little
at
bit
least look
seals.
cute sometimes.
like the ones that are like fluffy when they're babies.
Oh, harp
Yeah.
seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to want to be a marine biologist and study them until I realized they live in very cold areas and I don't want to do that.
Oh,
Valid.
the life of a
And then you
marine
live in
biologist.
Wisconsin.
And then I live in Wisconsin, but
That tracks.
still warmer than Antarctica.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sometimes.
A couple of degrees.
Depends.
It depends on the time of year, you know. Really, really, yeah.
I was going to say my favorite animal is Maria's cat, who, whenever your cat looks directly at your camera,
love
the
it.
eyes just glow like
Because of the
that.
darkness.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a
Yeah.
demon. but
Very-
it's
yep.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Super on brand.
Good
good.
job,
So-
Blondie.
Yes.
Yes.
Deeply haunted, deeply haunted.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it. You can have it.
That is the kind of energy we want here.
Mhm.
Deeply
Haunted
haunted.
Deeply
cat.
haunted,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Haunted. Yep. Yep.
Cursed.
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 Definitely cursed.
Possibly possessed.
But no ghosts, Charlie.
No
No
ghosts.
ghosts.
By
No
a
ghosts
ghost.
allowed.
I'm
Wait.
possessed by a ghost.
I was gonna
No
say,
ghosts.
if someone's possessed, doesn't that automatically?
No, you can be possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Pazuzu.
Okay.
Which is fine in the house, just you can't be
Yeah,
possessed by a
demon
ghost.
possession
Not a
is fine. Ghosts
No,
are
you
not.
are not allowed to summon demons in the bathroom. There is a sign around.
You don't have those moments
You
when
don't
you wonder,
summon them in the
why is this sign
bathroom."
here?
It's just rude because then they're in the
Nobody
bathroom.
wants demons in the toilet. Okay.
The bathroom is a sacred place.
Some of them in the living room or in the kitchen.
Yes.
That's where the salt for the salt circle is for.
Yes. Exactly.
Just make sure it's the right kind of salt.
The plumber will be very upset if we get demons in the toilet again.
Doesn't have to be kosher salt.
That's for
Sorry.
different rituals.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to get some semblance back on track.
What?
Nope, off the rails immediately.
See, this is why I can't drink while I DM.
Because
You
all
can
of us
barely
we would do
handle it
nothing.
sober.
gotta wrangle us in.
We would do absolutely nothing.
That tracks, yeah.
Last week, while on his way to the Red Veil, Michael got sidetracked by what appeared to be a small boy. He explained that they had a mutual acquaintance in the form of Elton, and that Michael and his friends were being watched. The boy led Michael to the Red Veil, where they met up with everyone else and got a quiet room upstairs. He introduced himself as Toby and had a very frank discussion about the group's motivations in their investigations. He wasn't particularly impressed with the vampires, but did ask if he could bring Tori and Amarantha to meet someone. After Toby left, the group decided to do some dancing before heading in for the night. They expected... What are you sending now?
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because I remembered the Viennese waltz thing.
Okay. My God. They expected to have a rather in-depth discussion over everything they learned in the morning, but before they could get into that, Amarantha got 2 texts. One saying her books were ready, and the other from Toby telling her they could meet that night.
Mhm.
So, I know Tori and Amarantha were making breakfast.
Yes.
Some post, maybe slightly hungover breakfast.
Yep.
But I sort of expected that the brunch conversation was going to happen in the flat, and that Vlad was just going to come around that morning to hang out with
Just
everyone.
I don't really
Unannounced.
know what Vlad does or doesn't
If
do.
you would
He's
like
not great with telling us what the fuck he's doing.
if you would like to change that course of action, feel free to do so now.
I would.
Okay.
Of course.
I would.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not
I
Vlad,
would like to
so
do
Yes,
Okay.
and
who am I to tell you what to do?
I first of all have a couple questions. For the
oh, can we form a queue? Because I also have a couple questions.
Okay.
And then I
We're
have
gonna
an errand to
orderly-
run.
The AMA is actually tonight.
It's just for Charlie.
It's
Yeah.
it's just me. Who's the
Just
ghost?
right now.
That's what everyone wants to know. Who is
Yeah,
the ghost?
basically.
Ghost.
Okay, well, I guess it's just one question, and then the others will hopefully be resolved by my errand. But
Errand. Okay.
my
Yeah.
errand. What is the relationship between vampires and witches?
Oh, that's a good question.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Mhm.
Bad.
For
Yeah.
how long has it been bad?
It's not
Mhm.
ideal.
I mean, probably since maybe not the very beginning, but a long time. It's been bad a
Hmm.
long time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
for a minute, like for a bit.
For a minute,
A hot minute.
500 years.
Okay.
Since
Um,
Vlad started massacring them.
Yeah, I didn't
In his
kill
third
witches.
Mass
Hey now,
killings.
hey.
Not particularly, they just
He
sometimes
didn't
bring
realize
the
it was a whole
bats.
town of witches. They just happened to be there.
This is slander.
How
Slander.
dare you? I was young. Okay.
I was young and dumb.
We were all young
Oh,
once.
you got
Anger.
turned,
Murder
dude.
That was quite a bit after the killing, but okay. So Vlad would like, he hasn't been invited to brunch, so he's just going about
Yes,
his
he was.
business. Was
We
he?
said we were all
went
going to reconvene at
home.
the flat in the morning.
Yeah.
Because you were
We
like,
did?
we need to go back to the flat and talk. And Mike was like, let's do that in the morning. And then you were like, okay.
I'll
Okay,
go brood.
and that's fine.
This is
Then
a pre-brunch errand.
It's been a
What-
little while.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Then he will get
Or
up
he did it in
early.
between
Goes-
brooding sessions.
It's been
No, it's not going to be possible.
Too much to do. Not
throw
enough time
out
for
all my
brooding.
notes, all my herrings. are
no.
lost.
He just can't go in the middle of the night.
Just throw it in the garbage.
Where is he going in
You
the
know
middle
what?
of the night?
Charlie's fine. I was trying to do
Cheeking.
something cool.
Oh, please.
No, I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
It's
I'm in a
fine.
silly mood.
I know what's happening here. I know what I came here for. Vlad is going to take a book off of his shelf and put a nice ribbon around it from his ribbon drawer, because everyone has a ribbon drawer.
I love it.
What color is the ribbon?
Navy blue.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it is a red book that has
Okay.
lots of different sizes of pages. And he's going to go over to Books and Brooms.
Okay.
Mm.
And make sure I get everything right. What time does this place open? Can I assume it's open when I get there?
Yeah, we'll say it opens at 9 a.m.
Okay. Then I would like to just walk in and see if Estella is working today.
She's there. She's behind the front desk.
Then he's going to approach her and say, I know that I just stopped by yesterday, but after getting home and thinking about the book that you showed us and how wonderfully forthcoming you were with us, I saw this on my shelf and I thought you might have more use for it than I do. And he's going to hand her the book.
Oh. She takes it and looks it over. Would you care to describe the book?
It is a collection of letters that are written to an unnamed person, and they are all signed by a Elizabeth Bathory. And I ask if she knows anything about this person.
She flips through a few of the pages and closes the book and says, well, I know a bit about what's in the history books.
Well, I have had this book for a while, and I suppose it's not really so much a book, but a self-published sort of collection. And I thought it would have a good home amongst your other tomes.
She nods and says, well, I can assure you it will be taken very well care of.
That's good to hear. I wanted to ask you while I was here, you probably know a little bit more about the local attractions here with your knowledge on the history of the area. I've heard about some ghost tours that go out into the woods at night, and this might be a little bit dangerous for some people. Is there anything that you know about this? Do you know which ones might be participating in this?
Well, there are several different ghost tour companies, some of them dealing with things around town, some history walking tours, and such. As far as I know, most of the tours themselves are harmless.
Okay. Is there any ones in particular that go out at later hours than others?
There are one or two. One of them is a bit more historically focused, run by an older couple. Their program, little company, is called the Besties Ghost Tours. As
The
silly as it might
Besties.
sound, their last name is Bestie.
Mm.
The other one is, I believe, a bit newer,
Mm.
popped up in the past few years by a younger man. Oh, what's it called? And she sets the book aside and pulls open a drawer behind the desk and is like trying to rifling through some papers. And says, yes, I think this is the right one. And she smooths out on the table a very, like, obviously crumpled up flyer. It's like half torn on one side, and it's got this really like cartoonish picture of a ghost on, like, in the middle of the flyer, and then in, like, think of the font, like the Goosebumps font.
With the melty letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also in like neon green.
Mm.
On the flyer is written Salem's #1 ghost tours, the the spooky shuffle.
The
Spooky shovel?
I love it.
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
Shuffle with an F.
Spooky
Yep.
shuffle. Is the ghost
That sounds
wearing a
important
top
enough
hat?
to write down.
Yeah, I'm writing this down. I really feel like I
Yes.
should probably put.
Yeah.
Okay. He's looking at this flyer and just kind of frowning a little bit. And he's gonna ask, have you ever been on any of these ghost tours?
Not on the ghost tours. I've done a couple of the historical walking tours, but those usually happen in the daytime.
Sure. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting with you again, Estella, but I do have somewhere else to be this morning.
Nice to see you as well.
And he'll walk away.
Okay.
Head on over to the flat.
Alrighty.
Wow, is she gonna be suspicious that you showed up right after she texted Amarantha?
He doesn't know that.
Like, oh.
He just had a nice book he wanted to give somebody.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at the spooky shit.
Chuckle is
Charlie.
very good. For spooks only.
Cracking myself up.
It's a disco ghost.
I'm
Is what it
so
really
funny.
is. And
You know what?
Michael's
I am
gonna be
so funny.
horrified.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
It's a ghost tour and there's a dance party partway through.
I mean,
love
That's how you get
what
the
is-
ghosts out.
what did the
but-
rumors say? Naked people dancing in the woods?
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
just Tori.
All coming back.
It's just
All coming back.
Tori.
All the dots are
It's just-
connecting.
Sometimes Amarantha, because you got to get that good moonlight, you know?
Yeah, moonbathing. Yeah, yeah.
There's one more question I wanted to ask, but I forgot.
Oh
No.
no.
I'll wait till that
If
next
it-
time.
If it
Another
comes up-
errand.
If it comes up again, or if you remember what it is, you can.
No, I remember what it is. I already said I left. Can we retcon a little bit?
No.
Oh, another question for Stella.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. mhm.
Oh, yeah.
He
sure.
remembers, walks back in.
Wait, just a second.
Flashback.
Oh, okay. You have some books about Maria Hallett, obviously, but they all sort of trail off, and her location or the last of her has been quite a mystery. Do you have any writings or anything about her last known location? Well, where exactly does it trail off?
There's certainly been some speculation. Difficult to verify, obviously, since it was so long ago. Many historians believe that she'd been staying in a little house or cabin on the outskirts of a small village north of Salem.
Okay. And obviously she would be there alone.
As far as we know, she, after everything that happened, largely kept to herself. So if there was anyone else, they didn't go bragging about it.
Thank you for all your help.
Of course.
All right, and now he'll head out.
Jump
Meanwhile-
cut.
That's what
Well,
I got. I have my
well,
list of
Vlad is-
questions and I just skipped over that one.
While Vlad is doing that, Amarantha is charging Michael's phone and then saying to
That hasn't
Aurelio,
happened yet.
what?
Yoga Lattes hasn't happened yet.
I know, but
It's
actually
dead
it
though, yeah.
will have happened. It's a time.
She knows the phone is dead. It's on
She
the
knows-
counter.
It's yeah, like I know it's dead, Michael. I know how long a battery lasts on an iPhone.
We see the timeline break.
What's an
as the phone
iPhone?
that was supposed to be dead until Yoga Lattes is suddenly charged now.
Only to
Realities
die
and
again
universes
later.
collide.
Yeah, it'll die. again later, I'm
Continuity.
sure.
It's gonna die.
So she, and
You're
then
a
it'll
dragon
be
born
undead,
distance.
and you guys will think it's a vampiric phone. She's like charging it, and then she's like, "Okay, so I know Aurelio, you're very worried about me and Tori going by ourselves, but I have a confession. When I sent you with the phone before, we tracked you and followed you, because they can do that, and because they're you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't want to explain how all that
You
works.
saying
right
people-
now.
are willingly carrying around devices that can monitor their location at any given point in time?
Uh-huh.
What?
Well,
It's wild.
yes, and particularly because both of these phones are on the same plan, I can locate one or the other. So from
That's
this
kind of
phone,
smart. So if you lose one, you can find the other one.
right?
Yeah.
So if you
it's-
lose me and Tori, you can go into this. She's showing the touch screen. And she's like, see, this app right here says find my iPhone, right?
So it's like the phone is sending up a smoke signal that you can follow to find the other phone.
Sure.
It uses tubes.
That old dude.
It uses tubes.
need to wait till
Yeah, the
Glad
internet
gets here
is
for
just a
this.
series of tubes.
Just a series of tubes. That Mikhail, that makes a lot of sense. Mikhail
then
always
if you-
knows the right way to explain something.
If you click on this, you can
Wrong way.
Siri will tell you where to go to find us.
Is
And
that the lady
who-
inside?
That's the lady
Who
in
is
the
Siri?
phone. Yeah.
There's a tiny woman who lives inside the phone.
She lives there? It doesn't seem very big. It's not very spacious.
So she's very
She's
small.
very small.
She's very
And
small.
she
Okay.
lives inside the phone and helps us.
As
so
long as she's comfortable. Are you sure she wouldn't rather like live amongst like in the attic? There's a lot of space in the basement.
Amaranth.
Stop adopting.
nah, she's like
She already lives in that.
she lives in the phone. That's a home. If you Michael has seen like internet tutorials on how to summon Siri, so he'll do that.
Yeah,
to
no,
summon
Summon her
Siri.
like this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Amaranth
you can
goes,
ask her a
Siri, are
question.
you happy?
She's
Oh,
living in
do you
like all the
perform a
phones,
ritual
and
to
she's a demon
summon-
possessing them.
Oh,
it's
well,
kinda
that
like
makes
possession.
sense. Like easy. That's all you need to say to explain.
Now I kind of want to know what they would say.
You just-
Siri, are you happy living in this phone?
Siri, are you happy with your existence?
I don't. Does somebody have an iPhone? Try it out.
Nope.
I don't have an iPhone.
Well,
I could ask Big
In this
Steve.
economy?
I have
Yeah, I could also ask Bixby.
I have
I
an
can
He's
ask
old,
Google.
Australian.
I have an old iPhone I could try it with, but I would probably have to charge it. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
dead at this point.
No.
Uh-huh.
Circling back
Experiment for
to
later.
My
Not worth
favorite when
it.
I was in class, I was taking a summer class and I was in the class with a bunch of like the football players from the Badgers. Because they all take classes over the summer. And the teacher was doing something and he was like, John, just ask Suri. And so John asks Suri, and then Suri goes, hey, Big John. And like just so fucking, like we all just erupted in
Oh,
laughter
no.
because he made Suri call him Big John.
my favorite manager has his Siri
Yeah.
call him Big Pimp
Yeah,
Pimpin' or something like that.
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
He says it's only awkward when he summons it around his wife. Like,
Oh my
change it.
god.
Don't leave it on there
No,
for
I'm
our
pretty sure that would
benefit.
be awkward in any situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not at work.
maybe.
It was a hoot at work.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Anyway, so
Like,
that's
yeah,
my
you just like
answers.
do the ritual to summon Siri, and like she'll help you figure out what you need to find.
Yep.
Oh, good. And how many candles do you need to perform the ritual to summon Siri?
Nope, you just have to say, hey, Suri.
You
It's
just
more
gotta
like a
ask it.
genie than like a spirit or a ghost.
It's like a
genie.
verbal invocation.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
okay,
It's got
okay.
verbal
Is it-
components.
Would it not be
One
more respectful
semantic
to
to
have
push
like
the button.
You just put a pentagram sticker on the home button.
Yeah, that's what we do, definitely. Just
Oh, good. Yes.
it's got an electric summoning circle. Nope.
Ah, perfect.
Like the light from the phone is a stand-in for like the light from candles.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Perfect.
This is like definitely how technology works.
Yeah, yeah.
There's small genies inside of technological devices.
No fire hazard.
It makes more sense than
And you don't have to worry about having the wrong salt.
No ghosts.
When do we
yeah,
start
that's-
getting little tiny battery powered tea lights for
Ooh, next level.
next,
Next
level?
level.
I'm
Witchcraft
sure
is
there are
about
Soon as we
those somewhere
teach
in their apartment.
Aurelia what batteries are.
Oh my god. It's
my
like
God.
filled with spiritual energy, and you use that to power things.
Yep. And when it's out, then you have to get more spiritual energy. So just talk to me or Tori. We'll get you more spiritual energy.
It's like a mini furnace.
We summon it from her chest.
I know what a
Well,
battery is. That's not how batteries work.
You dare take the batteries out of there.
Yeah, those are important.
How dare you? You go to the remote and you go to Walmart before you go to the chest.
The TV remote.
You're under the assumption that Tori doesn't have like a whole store of batteries in there.
She needs
You
all
don't
of
They
them,
run out
Jenna.
frequently.
She needs all of those batteries.
I got wall charging.
We're gonna get her rechargeable toys for Christmas.
I have like a variety of
advanced.
different versions. Some are rechargeable, but sometimes you're like,
They just don't make them like they used to, you know.
Now I know what we
Yeah, yeah.
spending paychecks on. All right. So don't follow us unless we don't come back after 2 hours, Aurelio, Michael, but just then you can know where we are. Just ask
Okay.
Suri, she'll tell you.
Wait 2 hours, and then if we don't hear from you, then we perform the ritual to summon the demon Siri.
Yep.
Yup.
Okay,
This is
perfect.
correct.
Understood.
This is correct.
Yeah.
takes the phone. It's just like, hey Siri, like, where is Amarantha?
Amarantha is standing next to you.
Right fucking here.
Seems like a use. This seems like a misuse of my computing powers. Amarantha is right next to you.
Don't worry, we pay Suri
away from
very
you.
well. Only the
Good.
finest virginal blood.
Like, where
It's
do
called
we
a
even
battery?
find that?
It's called a battery. Oh my
At
God.
the LARPing convention, I don't know.
No, virginal actually means that it hasn't been used in a sacrifice before, not
Yeah.
Like, how do you
virgin.
qualify? Like,
They
a
do say
sacrifice?
reduce,
Yeah, they didn't
reuse,
say that you needed an
recycle.
extra virgin. It's just a regular version. So
Yeah.
All how the
It's Italian
battery.
all how
Don't
they're
fall for it.
processed.
I swear that I zoned out for literally half a second and suddenly it was all virgin blood. And I was like, what is happening?
that's how we power Suri.
Yeah.
Like, cold pressed
Just dunk her
virgin.
in olive oil.
Oh my God.
Virginity.
Sorry, I need more coffee.
Concept.
Do that, please.
Yeah.
For the record, please don't. Suri does not like getting olive oil in her home.
You see?
I don't know. I think that's its intended purpose.
Olive oil is not compatible with her port.
Yep.
I died. Perished.
Well, maybe we should just call it a night here.
That's my time, folks. I'll be here all
And
week.
other productive conversation.
This brings us
Anyway, Vlad shows up,
Please,
right?
dear God,
God,
Right,
thank
Please,
God.
will you fucking knock on the door already? Oh.
Vlad's just been standing
We got
outside
eggs and
listening
hot
to this
dogs.
conversation.
What? This is the worst brunch ever.
Leftover hot dogs salvaged from the Jello
No.
monstrosity.
No.
Just carved them out, rinsed them.
Like, if you bring those anywhere near the eggs, I'll cut you.
Yeah.
I don't bleed, Tori. What's it gonna do to me?
Well, then it won't get in the food.
She'll spray you with colloidal silver mace.
That might
little
actually
bit.
do it, yeah.
That sounds a little
Yeah.
extreme.
turn.
Let's
All of
let's
the knives
calm
are
down.
silvered. Don't know when that happened.
I mean,
I'll just put olive oil on the
it's
floor.
they're in the mail. We've ordered them. It's fine.
Silvered kitchen knives.
Don't worry,
I
they're
mean,
not.
like,
I mean,
we
this
need
is
them
why
for
Mikhail
completely
doesn't
normal
cook,
reasons.
so it's fine.
This
I
is
make
why
Jello
Michael doesn't
desserts.
Vlad
Hey,
knocks
this
on the
just does not
door.
require a knife.
Amarantha just gets up as they're like talking about Jello and hot dogs and whatever,
Spam.
and she just
Spam.
like, please God help me. Like I don't. She opens the door and says, "Okay, I'm so happy to see you."
something wrong?
We need somebody to keep us on track
Oh
here.
dear.
I'm
Chaos.
too hungover for this shit.
It's like 9 a.m. and it's already chaos.
Yeah,
He's gonna hand you a bottle of champagne. Say, hair of the dog.
She just like shuts the door behind him and like she walks into the kitchen and opens the champagne and immediately pours mimosas for everybody with the French
love
toast and the eggs. What kind of eggs did you make, Tori?
So eggs, but also there's sausage and tomato in it, and then like parsley, some oregano,
Florentine.
salt and pepper,
Oh yeah.
red pepper
Fancy.
flakes.
To eat that right now.
Savory breakfast.
It's a good
Yeah.
egg. A good egg.
Amarantha made pecan and cinnamon crusted French toast with pecans and sliced bananas on it.
Ooh,
Michael
Oh.
made Jello.
In universe, we still haven't seen.
Jello with hot dogs in this
We haven't
specifically,
seen
or
no Maria, Michael and Aurelia like eat anything, right?
No.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Just the cran apple pouches.
Just cran apple pouch.
Just a lot of cran apple
and
juice.
I guess they drink.
No, we ate the salad because we
shots.
put the stuff on
That
there.
has
Oh
to
yeah, yeah,
happen
yeah.
yet.
And the
Yes.
bread.
Oh, that hasn't
Yeah,
happened yet.
we
Oh,
did.
God,
Yeah.
time travel.
Yep.
God, timey-wimey. All right. So,
Tired.
anyways, Amarantha will offer Vlad, do you want something to eat?
Yes, thank you.
She'll just plate. 3 plates.
How much
One
food
for
do you
her,
want?
one for Vlad. She has given up trying to feed Aurelia and Michael human food.
they like
Oh,
they have
really?
the Jello
You
if
didn't
they want
make
it.
them anything?
The Jello, they can eat the Jello.
The Jello.
Can't
God
taste
damn
it.
it.
It's probably
God
fine.
damn it.
Oh god.
It-
The smell is making Amarantha a little bit queasy. Like
Lime and hot
that
dog water
lime with
Jello.
The hot dog juice. It's not great.
with olives
God.
in there,
No.
sliced and
Ooh,
arranged so
olives.
you can see the
Oh, that's
the pimentos on the
Pimento.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad Michael
Did
did
you
not
make
cook
this
any of this
yourself?
except for
Food
the
crime.
Jello.
Yeah, it's some archaic arts.
If anything is
kind
going
of
to get us
stuff.
canceled, it's going to be this.
It's gonna be my Jello art.
I might cancel us for this.
It wasn't the
No.
corduroy cravats. It was
It was the Jello art.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael wins then, right?
Okay.
Does that mean I win?
Yes.
Yep, I think so.
Oh, Michael.
Absolutely.
You know who would really like to eat this? The dumpster fairy, Michael. Like,
Oh.
I usually throw it away before you guys wake up, but then you said you were wanting breakfast in the morning, so I thought, I'd leave it in case anybody wanted to eat it. But
you're so sweet, but I'm not eating that because I will throw it right back up.
Are you
That's
going
fair.
to eat it?
we've like got so many eggs. Somebody has to use them. It's gonna be me. So I'm good.
There's hard-boiled eggs in the Jello.
yeah,
God damn it.
halved and
Get rid of it.
arranged so you
Why?
can see the
Jesus.
Not
colors.
even hard boiled. They're like
He
they
made
fully were
deviled eggs
that
and
were
then put them in the
Jell-O.
Jello.
What?
Yeah.
It just keeps getting worse.
Mikhail, this looks like a
One layer is olive and hot dog, and the other is hard-boiled deviled eggs.
Like, why do you keep speaking? What?
Just stop talking.
Why do you keep describing it?
Appetizer meal. Appetizer entree.
I've
Mikhail.
seen some disgusting pictures upon Googling Jello salad, so
No.
don't do that.
No, I
Remick,
don't
do
want
not.
God.
There's hard
Mikhail,
eggs.
this looks like a culinary delicacy. It looks like something that's very important to you, is it?
It was popular when I was a kid. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now, but I can still do it.
Well, I don't want. We don't want it to go to waste. I've never tried anything, even
I've never
remotely
tried
like
anything.
this.
Immediately, Amarantha starts popping pecans into her mouth, just like
Like
I'll-
popcorn.
I
yeah,
am
give-
watching the.
give
fuck
me
out
a
of
plate
this.
of
I
your
can't eat it.
Jello salad thing. Give me a plate, and I will try. I will try.
I'll
I can't watch
cut-
this. I'm sorry.
a nice slice as it like wobbles.
Yeah, make sure you get some of the egg and some of the olive in there. Definitely.
We're
Yep.
definitely getting canceled. This is the
We need to
end
put a
of
content
Seven
warning
Forks
in
Harley's
this
gonna
Road.
cancel us.
Oh my god.
Please
Leave
click end
meeting.
meeting.
End meeting.
And it's
Leave
done.
meeting.
It's my
Oh,
turn.
God.
Cancel show.
Ultimate power. Ultimate power move.
End meeting.
I'll do a tiny slice for Rulio to try because I can't imagine it's good since it's lime jello with stuff in it.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Like
Thank
not
you,
like
sir. Thank you.
marshmallows would be great, but not this.
Not anything
Not
you put in that
this.
entire no.
I-
Mm-mm.
Is Michael going to
oranges,
eat
maybe?
any?
Vintage
No, yeah.
I
shrimp
feel like it's gotta
jello
be a
salad I
citrus.
just found.
I feel like
Yeah,
if you're
I
using
see
lime
that
jello, it's got to be something citrusy or fruity.
Oh God. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Not this one.
Maybe like strawberries.
Jello. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
For actual
Strawberries.
edible purposes would be great.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
think
or
I
like cherries.
Oh, no.
But the
Oh,
aesthetics of the
Or
egg.
like you cook down
You
some
gotta-
rhubarb and add
Ooh,
some
pineapple.
jello.
Pineapple.
Pineapple would be good. Yeah.
Pineapple's
No,
hard because the
amaranth
falls apart.
enzyme,
You
the
need-
enzyme.
I don't care about your
Yes.
enzymes.
She's like
Structural
very pointedly
stability
not
of the
looking.
salad will fall apart.
Just put it in a bowl.
No, you, if you
They put
heat
crushed
the pineapples
pineapples in.
first, it like denatures
ambrosia.
the enzymes, and like then they can't break down the jello. That's just like how it works.
Oh.
They put
There
that
you
in
go.
ambrosia salad. That one's good. I
Oh.
can make that one next time.
Yeah, ambrosia. Yeah, that one is good.
A better idea.
Sorry,
yeah.
why is that the Aurelio voice? Aurelio does not. that
He doesn't
shit.
know what that
Like,
is.
He doesn't
Half
know
the
what
time
that
I
shit
come
is.
home and I like expect to see you making like a candle salad or something, and I'm waiting for that day, and like there's gonna be
A candle salad. Do you guys know what a candle salad is?
I
Banana?
don't, and I'm afraid to ask.
No, I just
No,
don't
look it
wanna
up.
know at
Look it
this
up.
point. Just
It's great.
No, I'm not Googling that. I'm not doing it.
Hey Siri. No, just
Safe
It's
search
bananas
off.
are fashioned to look like candles.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay. I see
I'm
where this is going.
Probably gonna regret this.
Grandma's candle salad.
Grandma's.
God.
Yeah. I got you.
No, all right.
Oh no.
I watched
Oh my God.
intensively as Aurelio is eating this salad. This Jello catastrophe.
I think Aurelio is just trying to eat it in such a way that what the actual Jello is on his palate for the least amount of time possible. So just swallowing it.
Just open your
I mean, it's
throat.
jello. You
I'm
can
just-
just throw
Yeah,
it back.
right. You're just yeah.
I'm
Just-
just picturing the scene from Christmas with the Cranks after he gets Botox and he can't eat the fruit.
Oh yeah. It's just like falls out of the back out of the house.
Yep.
Just like turning to look at Michael like encouragingly, like, yes, very good. It's
I
you
hope
did a very good
someday
job.
somebody loves me enough to eat. Well, I would never make anything that horrible. So never mind. Never mind.
That's
Sorry,
fair.
Michael, but that's a catastrophe.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I
Yep.
told you.
I'm so proud.
Just sending more
Wait till you get
pictures.
the loaf-shaped one
Stop
with the
Googling,
shredded
Harvey.
tuna in there.
Sorry, get the what shaped what?
Tuna?
The loaf-shaped one with shredded tuna. You just use plain gelatin for that, though. And
I
then
draw
you
the
add your
line.
olives and your tomatoes. I'm
Yeah,
assuming, I'm based
you
off of what
know-
this picture looks like. I can't actually, I think there's carrots in there too.
Oh.
It could be chicken. I'm
You
not
know,
clicking
this combination actually worked surprisingly well. I think I draw the line at tuna. I don't think I could eat tuna. Canned tuna jello salad. This is too much.
Fresh tuna would be better.
A real,
Would
oh,
it?
just
I
put the
don't
whole
know.
fish in there.
I don't know. Just the whole fish.
I just feel like things that you shouldn't mix are fish and jello.
In Jello.
Just
Oh no.
How much
Okay.
Jello would you?
This one
be?
has asparagus in it.
Put an
all right.
entire
Okay,
tuna
all right.
I think-
Jello.
Vlad, please.
No.
please.
No.
All right.
Somebody stop
I
me.
will literally give you anything if you fucking
I-
stop this conversation right now.
Brunch, we are here to discuss the events of last night and the last few days. What? Please.
More like the
Your
last
hair.
day.
of God.
Please, please.
We're
Sorry.
here to discuss the longest day.
Longest day.
He's the one
It's the
talking about
longest
it.
brunch, and it hasn't even. We're not even eating yet.
I'm just looking at this really old vintage picture of a family sitting down to eat the candle
No.
salad thing.
I
And it's
assume-
utterly bonkers.
Somebody take
Stop
the
it.
Google away
It's
from Remick.
Utterly bonkers that
Take
that
it
was
away.
a legit
Computer in the
thing.
garbage.
Google, if you're watching this, I'm gonna need you to shut down.
Hey, Google.
Shut it down.
Shut it down for the next couple hours.
Shut
please.
down the whole internet, I think.
Okay.
I think this is, you know.
Yeah. If that doesn't
The internet
break
was
it, I don't know
mistaken.
what will.
Not only do we get canceled, Remick cancels the entire
From
internet.
The whole
The entire
internet.
internet.
The
Yeah.
whole internet is canceled.
Just why?
Is that the
Alright.
title of this
Okay,
episode? Internet's canceled. Or Jello salad.
Damn, we canceled the entire
Jello
internet.
crime.
Jello.
Crime. Fucking crimes.
All right. I believe Tori had some thoughts, but maybe you want to fill us in on what happened, what you learned.
The thoughts are gone now.
Oh shit. Well,
thought,
Oops.
only
It's
Jell-O.
all been
Okay,
replaced by
no
Jello
thoughts.
salad.
So I assume you all spoke with each other, or after
I
last
did some
night?
brooding.
that was a
Flashback
nice
to us coming
assumption,
home
yeah.
last night, just all going silently to our rooms and not speaking.
Yes, that is not what he's assuming.
I think that I tried to have a
Did
conversation
nobody-
and then Vlad interrupted me for brooding, so.
Oh.
I went
Tori
home.
did have
that's
an
not
intention of
interrupting.
talking to
I mean,
Vlad
literally,
was
like on the
not
call,
here,
I was
but-
like trying to, you know, it's okay.
Vladimir
happens.
was not here, I don't think. So.
No, I
Mhm.
know.
No, he went straight home from the club. So
Tori did have
all-
an intention of checking in with Amarantha, but I don't think that ever happened.
And
The end of
Everybody was
last week's
so
episode
drunk.
was just
So
chaotic.
So drunk.
Just
and
came
now
back
she's
to the
just
flats. Everyone had a nice sleep. Now we're rested, refreshed, ready to investigate.
We got eggs.
okay.
We got eggs, we got jello, we got whatever
we
this
Very
don't
fancy
have any more
toast.
Jello, Aurelio. It's all gone. He'll just dump it into the trash.
Oh, is that okay? I don't want you to feel like your work was not like
It's
well
an old,
received.
ancient, archaic tradition. Nobody does it anymore.
I suppose. Sometimes I think those things are better left in the past. You know,
It's
Yeah.
not meant to be eaten.
it's not
It's
meant to be. But
meant to
Sometimes they're not
intimidate.
meant to
Or-
be eaten.
have you
Sometimes they're meant to be
considered?
looked at.
you know, I
You could switch your degree to like a fine arts degree and do some
I'd
sort of
rather eat
sculpture
art.
with jello.
Jello sculpture.
Jello sculpture.
I
Like
mean, I don't
no
know
one
if they
is
teach
doing
that,
it.
but
Maybe you should. teach
maybe,
that.
maybe I should do that.
Yeah, maybe that's
Anyways,
your calling.
please.
Yes.
please, can we focus, please?
Yes. Focus on.
I will cry if we can't focus, right?
This is Jenna or
Amarantha.
Amarantha.
You're looking a little stressed out. Are you alright?
Uh,
Can I get you another mimosa?
please.
Just gonna- fills it up
Bring the whole
mostly with
bottle.
champagne.
Bring
Mostly
the
with
whole
champagne.
It's like 2
little
drops
float
of
a
splash
little
of
orange
orange
juice on top.
juice.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
tequila. Just throw that in
Tori
there
just
too.
skips all those steps and just makes a screwdriver.
Yeah. A lot of. Okay.
Michael takes some champagne and adds some of their spicy cran apple.
How dare you?
How dare you?
They got
I
orange
brought
juice
this
in this.
champagne.
Not just gonna drink straight liquor. I'll get drunk at this hour.
I thought you were gonna say I'm not just gonna drink straight
Is that
orange
not the
juice.
point?
I didn't think I was gonna wake up and drink more, but here we are.
I'm not gonna drink
Alright.
straight orange
That's
juice like
college.
an animal. God.
Please God.
Like
orange
if I had
juice
$1
tastes
for every conversation that happened in this apartment where I like had to be drunk for it, I wouldn't like need a scholarship.
I mean, at least Vlad missed the phone demon conversation.
Sorry, is there also a fairy inside the foam? Because really, that feels like it's starting to get a little crowded.
No, the
No,
fairies at the
this
dumpster.
Siri's the fairy. That's
Yeah.
why she's so
Fairy is
small
the
and
fairy.
magical.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want some?
Do you know? Stop. did,
Oh my god.
did you know Toby before he found you last night?
No, I never seen that kid before in my life
Hmm.
that I know of.
And he just ran into you on the street.
Well, he was standing at the alleyway with
Mm.
this sailor thing, and I thought that was really weird for a kid to be out this late.
Children lying in wait in alleys. Yes, we know. We know.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah, it's really.
Oh God.
One child.
They're
One
always in
child's too many.
alleyways. It's like they don't have anything else better to do with their time.
Do you feel like he contacted you for any particular reason over anyone else?
Probably because we got a mutual acquaintance
I
that we
see.
are neither fond of.
I understand.
Are you sure that it was Toby?
Toby.
Yeah.
Are you sure that
Tobias.
Tobias? Are you sure that he's also not as like you're sure his relationship with your mutual acquaintance is equally strained? That he wasn't lying?
I don't think so, because I mean, it would be hard to be a little kid vampire and you're not really able to do anything, but the council wants you to make sure you're not doing anything so nobody knows these vampires. So
Yeah, true.
I don't
He
know.
seemed pretty forthcoming with everything.
Yeah, I think he's on the
Yeah.
up and up.
Yeah,
I
all right.
trust him.
Sure.
I mean, as much as you can trust a kid vampire that you met in a
As much as you
nightclub
can
Night
trust a small
ago.
child in an
And-
alleyway.
From a nightclub,
at like
yeah.
1 in the
Yeah, yeah.
morning. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And while you and Tori are going to meet with Toby, the rest of us are we just do we have a plan for the rest of us? Or should
You're
we be
meeting with
lying?
Toby?
Oh wait. Is that wrong? What were you guys?
No, he doesn't know. Just Vlad doesn't know about it. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, sorry,
I
sorry.
mean, he was there
You
when
know
Toby
that
said that Toby would
Toby-
meet.
Yeah,
But
you know
not
that
when-
That's
Toby
the
wanted
number,
to
but I
see-
didn't know you guys were meeting up today. Like I didn't.
Well, I
yeah.
just got a text message like, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes before you got here. So
Should we be lying in wait, like in case anything goes wrong?
no.
Or should we no?
We
That's
got
okay?
we got the fairy phone. If we need to get a hold of Amarantha, we'll be
Yep.
able to ask the phone to do
Vlad,
that.
do you know how to use an iPhone? They might. know how
Yes.
to. Okay.
It's no problem.
Just to find my phone.
Yes. I
yeah.
Yeah,
can.
it's the app
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And
He just holds it. He just has a phone. He's like, yes, I know how to work a cell phone. Thank you.
STEM vamp.
Very
Awesome.
modern vampire.
He's a very adaptable old man. Anyway.
so resistant.
Oh.
Should we pursue another lead then maybe? Or
I
Um,
have something in mind if you
Hmm,
have itchy feet and want to go out.
sure.
Okay.
Just team human and team vampire.
Oh,
Can't say those team names.
see, he
too
didn't
loud
know that you
outside.
guys had officially told them either because he went home. So he's like, okay.
Oh yeah, he went ahead.
Just
There
like
when we were
taking
talking
all
to
this
Toby.
information in.
I was just like, oh.
He was there when we had the conversation with
Well,
Toby
you didn't know
and
that
He went ahead
Like,
with Toby
you guys.
when Amarantha
knew.
was like,
yeah.
by the
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
anyways.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we're all just level playing field now, right?
I think so. No more secrets. Everyone
Yeah, no
has
more
come
secrets.
clean.
Yeah, no more secrets.
No more secrets.
No
No, more
secrets,
hiding
yeah.
things. Everyone knows that we all know the same people and we are all trustworthy.
Hmm. Okay.
That sounds so
Hmm.
suspicious.
Hmm.
We all
Sure.
know is what Vlad knows.
The important things, yes. Okay.
We
So
all know.
We all
Trustworthy?
know. Mhm.
Do we? No more secrets.
No more secrets.
Yes. Okay, Michael. Anyways, so there's that, and then so I have some questions and thoughts. If they don't plan to kill the Regent Roundo, dumbest name ever. You live how long and you can't come up with a better last name than that? Come on now. Anyways, so dumb. Anyways, what are they gonna do with him? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't think that they
Yeah.
have any idea either.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like.
I have a question. So if like a vampire sires another vampire, right?
Hmm.
And then you kill the sire, like what happens to like, is there anything bad, negative consequences on the made vampires? The vampires who were made by that person? Vampire? I don't know, whatever.
Do you want to step in, Charlie, or can I make up bullshit?
Did you do your vampire homework, Charlie?
Why would I
Charlie
need to do
is
homework when
the
I get to
GM.
make up whatever I want?
Whenever I want, however I want, and yeah.
I literally
But
named the region after a stupid fucking joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Nice.
I feel like, yeah, Vlad would tell them what he knows, so tell me what I know.
I will say that there is a sort of like a what's the word? Like sort of like a detox period if a sire is killed for a person that was turned by them, but it does not kill.
You can move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Detox period meaning what exactly?
Well,
You don't feel good.
like sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Painful. It
okay.
hurts.
Yeah, it feels bad. Yeah,
Feels
sure.
bad.
Feels
So
bad.
that would make it difficult for anybody who has been sired by Roundo. She again is
Yes.
like distasteful at the name, like
Yes, it's nothing
difficult
that
to
you
kill
can't
him.
get over, but
okay.
it takes some time.
Does he have power over the people who he sired? Like influence, like in a
That's hard to say. It's not something that has been studied particularly, you can imagine. So a lot of the power that a sire would have over a thrall is based on tradition and feeling.
oh, okay.
And the only literal sense that I have come across is that thralls have a very difficult time killing
Okay.
directly.
Got it. Okay. Do we know if Brando has any vampires who he sired? Who may or may not be anarchists? Like,
I don't know. Do you know?
I think as the regents,
She's probably got
it
a few.
seems likely. Yeah, I think it's likely. I think someone in a position of power like that, usually trying to amass like their own following. It's easy if a lot of that following are people that you've sired.
This might be why some of the anarchists are reluctant, losing
That's
their
what I
power
was
for some
wondering.
time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay. That answers that.
Do you have any other questions?
I mean, I have lots of questions, but
I mean, we can try and ask the anarchists who their sire is. No, I'm
Can't
probably gonna
unpack
have a
all
different
that
one.
right now.
I am kind of curious.
More
I mean,
work for
not
Charlie.
More work for Charlie. I'm kind
But,
of
like,
curious.
Create us a vampire family tree.
Bold of you to assume I do any sort of prep work. No, I do.
That way, like if those guys you met in charge, Lizzie is 0, If like he's their size, that might cause problems. But if it's not one of them, maybe it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I do wonder, Zero
think-
just sort of strikes me as like he seems to be the face or the figurehead of their movement.
Yeah, that's what
but
Kobe, I think, was saying.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to actually be.
Likeable?
I don't. Yeah. More than that, like, he doesn't seem like the sorts who would actually be able to inspire a following. Like, he doesn't feel like he would actually be able to take charge. So
What? So, Charlie, Tori and Amarantha frequent the Red Veil. Anarchists frequent the Red Veil. What are the chances that we have had interactions with Zero before? I mean, Amarantha wouldn't touch anybody who's wearing a jest, but that is a no-no.
She's got standards.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have probably seen him before. I'd say that he really most of the time keeps to his people.
Mhm.
So whenever you've seen him, he's either getting drinks or going somewhere in the club. Most of the time he doesn't mingle. You don't really see him partying.
Mhm.
That Jess seems like such a party boy thing, you know?
But for a guy in a
Waste.
jest, he's pretty serious. Yeah, he keeps to his people when he's at the club, and he does not mingle with the human folk, as far as I can tell. He has kind of a tight-knit group
Like,
who
the jest
seem
probably doesn't
to
help with that.
flock around him. So
It's pretty ironic considering he wants to tear down the walls between vampires and humans.
I was just thinking that. Because it's like, it sounds all well and good to remove these barriers that prevent the vampires from mingling with human society, but to my mind, a big part of the reason those barriers exist is to protect people from just being outright preyed on by aggressive vampires. So I don't know. I don't know what to think.
It might.
I'm
like,
just always
not
leery
be
about anybody trying to power grab.
It might not be about people really at all. Like,
Could be
people
about his
can be about
ego.
who are currently children and have been for several hundred years. Like, they express frustration with having to exist in a world where they're seen in that light.
Mhm.
Maybe Zero has some other sort of frustration that doesn't really have to do with mingling with people, but maybe has to do with more how society treats him.
Or not
That's
being
true.
able to access daytime amenities in times that he can more easily move around. I don't
Or,
know.
Maybe someone just really pissed him off. Who knows?
Yeah,
Anyone wearing a
that
jest seems like they'd be pretty volatile.
last one seems the most likely. So
Volatile
anybody-
enough to rip the sleeves off the jean jacket.
I mean, that's probably how it got that way. He hulked
So you're
out. It was
saying-
just like,
She's always angry.
I shouldn't turn my denim jacket into a denim vest.
No.
please
Like,
don't,
no.
Michael. Please don't.
the denim jacket is a good look. Maybe just stop
Yeah,
there.
just
Classic.
denim jackets are back
They
in.
they call them battle vests. You got you sew all your
Who
patches.
calls them?
Kids. Well, no, I guess not kids.
It's an alley
It's a whole.
vest?
It's
You
a
have
whole
to stop
subculture
meeting
thing.
children in alleys, Mikhail. They're really
got
not
bad
good
advice.
Call the cops
fashion
eventually.
I
for
meant
you.
like actual. I guess the adults now, but in the grand
Emo
scheme of
kids
things,
who
they
are all
feel
grown
like
up.
kids.
Well, doesn't
Sure.
armor
Well, I mean,
much
it's
more
from the
effectively if your
80s, they were
arms are
having
covered as
battle.
well?
Well, you would wear like a
Mm.
leather jacket or something underneath it.
Under the chest.
Under.
Yeah, it's a whole
Hmm.
subculture thing. I don't know if we have time to go into
Oh.
that.
It's very
Amarantha
interesting.
raises an eyebrow.
Is it like
This
the
is
same
his
subculture as the
subculture.
one with the Jello?
No,
Because, like,
no, that's
the
different.
consistent theme was, like,
That's
being
that's like
psychic
60s suburban,
damage.
and then we jumped over the pond to like
To
70s,
2000s
80s.
Yeah, Y2K. Right around the time we were born, Tori.
Right.
70s, 80s.
What?
Musical underground in
Oh.
England.
This is like that time
What?
I met you in London and you were really into like glam
Yeah.
rock.
This was after glam rock. This is actually, that was around the time goth
It's
rock
punk.
was happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Which is kind of
Okay,
like glam
okay.
rock, but it's sadder.
As
More
interesting as
spikes.
this all
Sad.
is,
It's
I
very
I
good.
love that you have rock interests, Michael. We can talk about that later.
I'm
let's-
sorry that I just invented that for Michael.
That was a
Let's
different
focus
time.
here. So,
That was more.
what is the purpose of this protest? I mean, they said they've tried.
The protest
Somehow,
is
I
just
feel like a protest on campus is not going to accomplish anything. Also,
Unless,
Bill,
like-
it's
they are
not meant
They
missing a
usually
big.
don't.
It's a
they're miss-
scapegoat.
They are missing a big fucking piece of this puzzle, right? We're in a witch town. If you don't have the good graces of the witches to start some shit in their town,
Did we ask them if they asked the witches?
no,
I
but
don't
we
think
should
we
find out
asked.
because it's pretty stupid if they haven't.
Yeah, it's
I think
kind of
it's-
rude to do something.
I think
in
it's
somebody else's
probably
house
pretty
without their
unlikely. Like
Does anyone know any
vampire
witches?
vampire social affairs don't typically like it's all very separate, right? Like we don't tend to involve witches in our business, they don't involve us in their business.
But like,
So,
isn't
I
the goal of the
mean-
movement to like break down social barriers?
They should
It
be
seems to make
involved.
sense you'd want
If
to,
you're
like-
going to
Yeah.
involve humans, you need to involve witches. Also, I want to say that there's also not a good human voice at the table yet.
No,
Sorry.
it really does seem like they're more concerned with their own interests, more so than
like-
other groups that they claim to involve in their movement. That's
like-
my impression.
Protests don't normally do shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the protest is like a distraction.
It is.
Keep people's eyes
They
somewhere.
told us that
Ah.
they're just using it as a cover to seize power and get to the dean.
And how do they
Ah.
plan to do that?
Or did I imagine that? Is that actually?
I made this up.
Wait a minute.
Did
It
I?
was made
Sorry,
up.
yeah. I said that with a lot of confidence, and I was like, did that happen, or did I just? Is that what I think? Charlie,
Nobody
no?
said that.
know.
No, nobody
You
said
don't
that.
Nope.
Protest on campus. Wait. I've got something.
I've got something.
My notes are so
coming to me.
stupid. I'm so sorry. My notes are dumb. Truly, my notes say some weird joke I was workshopping about virtue signaling equals vice signaling.
No. God damn it.
Some dumb joke I was workshopping, and then it says protests on campus indirectly involving the dean. Vampires? Question mark. So
God damn it.
This is actually Aurelio's thoughts.
stupid.
This is actually what
Nobody's-
his thought process was there.
This is literally
Useless.
this is literally from the moment where the important information was referenced, but it has no important information.
I love
You
it.
collected all the information around
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
That's
Could
better
you
than my
believe
notes.
that they never said what they
Really,
Like,
yeah,
they-
nobody said it was. I mean, it's obviously to rally against the dean,
Sorry.
but we don't know if it's a distraction or
They did.
if there's a second plot.
Zero did tell us that the anarchy protest is under the guise of campus reform, but it is for the
Yes.
purpose of getting the attention of the dean.
Yes.
So it's not like,
That's stupid.
yeah. I mean, they're calling their shot, right? They're telling the
They're
dean that they're coming
declaring
for him.
war.
That's
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 fucking
what they're doing.
dumb.
But
I mean,
What
if,
would
You
you
like,
declare
suggest
war
their
with a
other-
plans-
knife to the kidney in the middle of an alleyway when they don't see you coming.
But like maybe they need the dean's eyes somewhere specific, like a protest, so they can do their opening move elsewhere. Maybe they plan to like
Yeah.
end it in one move.
I hope
Yeah.
so, because if they just plan to openly declare war in a witch town, and then, oh man, there's so much bad that could happen with it. Who's their PR people?
I don't like think they have
vampires,
any.
not good with PR.
Oh,
There's a lot of trends to keep up with, you know. Well,
Yeah,
you can and
this is
can't
too
say
many.
stuff we can't say today. We could say like 50 years ago.
Oh, really? Michael, no.
Michael, hey, don't.
You're entering
Don't
a
put that
danger
one on
zone
me.
now, so just
Whoa there.
tread carefully,
Michael.
okay?
If the
Michael,
Jello doesn't get us
Stop
canceled.
talking.
I mean, as long as we don't say those
things.
things.
Yeah, things changed here very quickly.
Some would say not quickly enough, but
Some would say that
It
they were
depends on what
never
you're talking
okay.
about. Technology evolves very quickly. Governments and governing bodies
They
very,
like to
very
take their
slow.
time.
Very fucking slow.
sure.
We're still
So that way.
practicing very out of date
Okay,
concepts like electoral colleges and yes.
so the thing about stabbing a kidney in an alleyway is...
To circle back to
That was a
that.
metaphor, Vlad. That was a metaphor.
Of course it was.
Vlad.
Not a person
But-
kidney, just a
He's like, yes, of course. I haven't
Kale,
done that a bunch.
Don't
Of-
follow
of
Amarantha
course
down
it
any
was a
alleyways
metaphor.
either.
But the
Oh,
thing
I
with
don't
that
stab
is that
people.
taking
she's got
down
mace.
a leader in a very secretive and direct manner implies a very hostile takeover, which if we are anarchists that are trying to establish a peaceful society, that's
Why
not going to go
hostile?
over very well.
Also,
If
what
you
is
start with a protest and you show reform, you show a bunch of people backing you up. If we have a leader like Zero with 100 or 1,000 vampires or humans or anyone behind him, that's a much more impactful statement than suddenly the ruler is gone.
Yeah.
And it's
Also, why
much
the
more in
dean?
line with it's much more in line with what the anarchists are trying to say, which is everybody wants this reform, and we are not trying to establish a new, order. We're trying to establish a level ground for everybody.
Absolutely.
I think that's their intention. I have a lot of feelings about
but
yes, I have a lot of feelings about what that means for us, but that's why they haven't just killed the dean straight out. And I think that a protest is not necessarily the worst thing to do. I mean, revolutions have always started with a single protest.
Yeah, absolutely. Protests and call it what
There's-
you will, but that's how people throughout history have demanded social change. So
if this is what they want,
The
then
French
that's
do
not
a
a bad
lot.
way to start.
the French more often than most.
I am aware.
Don't stay in Paris. If you want to live long, don't stay in Paris.
Don't stay in Paris. It's not good. Nice to visit.
It's
Very
a lovely
beautiful city,
vacation.
lovely city.
Yeah,
But if you're going to live a couple hundred years in one place, maybe not Paris.
not Paris.
Noted.
I think
I've never lived in Paris. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways.
if we
No
wanted
secrets.
to orchestrate some sort of more tactical approach while this protest was happening,
A counter coup.
I don't think that is the worst idea.
Yeah, I thought we were avoiding that.
Are we proposing just taking
Who's-
measures to stop Zero? Or taking
No.
measures to put someone else in charge as the region?
Let's call
Oh
it.
no.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking
It
about
sounds boring.
insurance.
Yes.
Insurance that Zero follows through with what he says he's going to do and doesn't want to seize power immediately
Kidnap
after.
his friends.
I
No,
did have
Michael,
no,
no.
no,
Oh,
no,
no.
there's
No.
much-
We're not doing
there's-
that.
No, maybe
doesn't
not.
work there.
Michael, but
But
we
no.
can't escalate immediately to kidnapping.
I thought that's where we were going. Like
No.
insurance, like you do this thing or we kill your wife.
I mean, like, maybe start with
No.
something a little less, maybe like encasing them in like Jello, since you like that.
Well,
That's a
Okay,
great
I was-
Tori. That's a great idea. Yes.
No.
Encased
all right,
in
I
Jello,
have-
great idea.
I have something.
Just eat your way out.
All right.
Yes, Amarantha.
let's talk here. So, I happen to own a very prestigious investment banking firm in New York, and
Excuse me?
I Okay.
Huh?
I also
Where is
own
this going?
more than I own the majority shares in 2 of the 4 facilities that are creating synthetic blood.
Sure.
There's
Great.
synthetic blood. Is that what we
Congratulations.
have?
Is that
There,
yeah?
Yes.
no, it's what you're drinking is real blood, but
Oh,
I have some if you want to try it. It's in my room
I'm-
fridge.
Blood light.
Mhm.
another time. I think we're getting distracted again.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We can talk more about that later. I mean, I have plans. I'm talking about like flavoring the blood into like a wine flavors, you know, like down the road business stuff.
Gonna
All
have
right,
so many
anyways.
varieties like Oreos.
Sorry, this is us getting back on track.
Well,
No,
Okay.
but I assume that if they're going to come out to humans, that synthetic blood is going to be a part of that equation.
mhm.
As I think it would be hard to do so, be like, hey, humans, by the way, we need to feed on you like parasites.
Yes, they mentioned synthetic blood
Uh,
during the meeting.
that is something that you can hold over Zero's head.
Why would you hold something over his head? What are you trying to accomplish?
As insurance, we're talking about fucking making sure he does what he's supposed to do, right?
And what is he supposed to do?
Not see his power for
Kidnap the
himself.
dean and murder his wife.
Maybe it's less like
I think that
Very
we
good,
are very
Mikhail.
unclear about this. This
That's-
is
Yeah,
where
I
I'm
don't know
at.
what he's doing with the
less
dean.
like
I just,
maybe-
Mikhail, that's very correct. Like, not kidnapping the dean's wife. Not murdering
not
the dean's
ethical.
wife. That's just very good. Like,
So
Does
like
the dean have a wife?
I don't know.
So-
maybe like
It's a
leverage
hypothetical.
This is
the
not
wrong
Does the
approach.
dean have a
relevant.
wife,
All
Charlie?
right.
I'm
Hang on, what are you trying to say, Tori?
Like maybe leverage
Yeah.
is the wrong approach. I don't think like he's the kind of person who would like respond well to threats, but
Right.
like synthetic blood is useful. That's a seat at the table,
Right.
mm.
foot in the door.
Oh, to
Yeah.
get
Maybe
It's also
persuasion
power.
women on
instead
their
of
little.
intimidation.
No, right. I'm not
Trust.
saying that. I'm just
It's a bargaining
saying
chip.
that
Mm.
he will
So
have
that
to
way-
play nice with supply and demand, right? He will have to
That
cultivate
way-
those relationships.
Okay. Then he'll
Or
think.
he'll just start killing humans.
Yes.
maybe.
But
But if he has access or a friendship, that's a better way to put it, a business relationship with Amarantha, who has a position to supply synthetic blood to small cities such as Salem, then he might be a little bit more peaceful with his tactics
Mhm.
Yeah.
instead
we're
of kicking
trying
down the door and the
To
whole
make
kidnapping.
Zero more peaceful.
I don't.
Is that what?
Is that
what
the
are
goal?
He
you?
might be more
This
inclined to
is
follow
more
through.
like after the whole seizing of power. I am
'Cause it
always
also
leery
Sounds
because
better.
we talked to a couple of vampires that night who knew about the protest, and when I asked what they wanted to do with their lives, ruling the world was one of them. So don't know if it was a joke or not, but I'm always leery when people are like, oh, I want to rule the world.
Were you going to suggest something else, Vlad, when we were talking about a counter coup? Were you going to say, like, go in a different direction with that, or?
I was under the impression that we wanted to contact the dean and see what that whole situation was about, because Zero is already doing the things that we want him to do. Whether or not we operate behind the scenes and help him out or refine his plan, but the dean right now is the wild card, and
Yes, true.
I was under the impression that you wanted to contact him and see what we could do besides just killing him.
I do think it might be worthwhile to reach out to the dean and just to get an idea of like where he stands with all of this, and if he has any inkling of what is going on with the anarchists.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Zero claimed that they had spoken to him already or tried to, but there's no way to know if that's true. There's no way to
Yeah.
know what they said and where the dean stands still.
Do you know the dean?
Personally, no.
Aurelio?
I mean, we've met. Not for a long time, but we've met.
What's your relationship like with him?
I mean, like most of us, we sort of encounter each other in big cities across the world every 5-10 years, maybe. When you run in the same circles.
So no bad blood.
No bad blood. No,
Okay. So cordial.
just
at least.
regular blood. Sorry, what?
Cordial.
And you, Michael, do you have any bad?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, good.
If he's running with Elton and Moron, though, we might have issues with trying to deal with him.
Yeah, that's true. If Moron is there.
Ooh.
I
And
don't
Well, that's
think-
what we need to figure out, isn't it?
I
I
don't
don't-
think he'd be there
Yeah.
at that time, but if he knows
Yeah.
about something, then they might show up.
I
Which
just
could be
think
a problem.
okay. I just think considering we have so much contention and questions about this anarchy, it doesn't hurt to go get the other side.
I'm not sure how he will respond to it if we show up with you.
I would
Tori and
advise
I.
against that.
Well, I mean, you're
But
just
he might have
students
some
at
bad
the
feelings
college.
towards you because we're living together and apparently they've been watching us for a month.
Yeah,
We can
that
do
much
this where
is
you go
true.
talk to Toby's friend, though.
Yeah,
Yes, could do that.
that's a good idea, Michael.
that
Another
Vlad's
thing is
plan?
we need to talk about how to frame our relationship in a way that will be acceptable to elders and the dean.
Well, we'll just say that you're our blood thralls. That's the very.
Perfect.
Traditional cover.
That's very
Traditional,
traditional. No one
No,
will bat
yeah.
an eye,
Traditional
and you'll
cover.
just pretend
that
to obey all
traditional?
of our commands, and that you're
Like-
just there for us
Yeah,
to
because
bleed
these two
dry.
are really good at listening all the time. And
I'm pretty good
definitely.
when I want to be.
Listen, it's a bit bleak, but that's the traditional relationship.
Yes,
If we're
yes,
trying
yes.
It's
to
like
do that.
worth mentioning, neither of us look particularly conforming. There might be a question
what?
like, why do you let your blood thralls walk around like that? Why do you let
I
them-
mean, listen.
because we
that's
look
part
hot
of the
like
times.
that.
is that
You
like
wanna
some
fit
a
in, you
motivation
gotta
that like
have-
plays into vampire
You've
society?
got to
Oh, no,
fit
no, no.
in.
Yes, it'd be very typical to keep your normal lives.
Okay.
All right.
And fitting in this day and age is being thotty.
Michael.
I'm a high class thought.
Excuse
thank
me.
you.
What does that term mean?
Love it.
Oh,
Concubiney.
Okay, sure.
Concubiney.
great.
I didn't get a
Oh,
laptop at
that's
school,
accurate.
so
Wonderful.
Tori and
All
I are
right.
talking
All sorts of
to
things.
Dean, got it. We can definitely work with this angle.
Sure.
I
That's-
thought that Amarantha wanted to be some sort of ambassador.
that's with
Not with the
Zero.
elders. Fuck that.
No,
No.
I don't think the elders are gonna listen to anything we have to say if we got to use Amarantha as an ambassador.
No, I don't have any. Well, the elders
They're
are
old.
not fans of my family. So
No.
well, there's a. I don't want to get into it, but they probably don't know who I am, and I'd like to keep it that way. They don't know that I'm a part of my family, but yes, I have suspicions that there's been bad blood.
What exactly happens between the elders and your family?
Didn't she like just say she didn't want to get into it?
Yeah.
Didn't we
That's
just say
it.
there's
That's
no
the
more
thing for another
secrets?
day. Yeah, but I mean, if it's prying, we can just.
I know. I'm sorry
Do
to
it later.
pry. It just seems
I think
very
that they're
important.
behind my parents died a year ago in a plane crash, but their bodies were never recovered. My mother happens to be the one who created the formula for synthetic blood and was
See.
a very also the investment banking firm I own might cater to nocturnal clients in creating
Yeah, that's
paper
wild.
trails for their wealth, and
Who would use a bank?
Ah.
Huh. What?
That's not where you keep your money. Everyone knows that. Like,
No more
you bury your
secrets.
gold in the ground, obviously.
You bury your gold and then you keep your cash assets on that card I gave you so that way you can buy groceries.
Yes,
Eggs,
exactly.
yes.
Eggs
Amateurs.
and bread.
Yeah. Do you suspect
Oh, boy.
the
But some people
vampiric...
want to buy property and things like that, and then you need to. It gets
Excuse your wealth.
Yeah.
Yes, it gets
Mm.
suspicious if you pay cash for a home.
Especially
Without-
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why
Mhm.
do you got $250,000? I don't know. Why you asking so many questions?
Yeah, the government
And you
is
just
nosy
kill them.
about it.
No, I'm
Damn it.
kidding.
Yeah, and then you do that, and then you got to bury them and wait for another real estate agent to take over the listing and figure out how to get your cash into a bank. That was the easy part, come to find out, because
And
there's a
then you
bank
start-
for that purpose.
Then you start running out of room in the lawn because all of the real estate agents have been buried under your lawn.
You got some
And
great
you gotta
grass,
start
though.
renting out.
To buy a second home, just to have enough real estate to bury all the
Spike
real
is
estate
crazy.
Plants in our
agents.
yard,
Agree.
though, like nobody will ever be able to dig that up.
Yeah,
Or like you bury the
Please.
bodies under endangered plant species, so it's illegal to dig
Oh
them up.
my god! I have
Basically, yeah.
now. I have to go buy some endangered
no,
plants.
no,
And
Aurelio,
They,
Aurelio.
they
I
already
already
took
did
care of
that.
the landscape.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
It
do you
was a
think
lot
the guys
harder
that
20
come
years
into
ago.
The lawn are doing. They're covering the bodies
Yeah.
that are buried out there.
But do you mean to suggest that you think that the vampiric elders are responsible for your parents' death or disappearance?
That's what it sounds
Yes.
Just to eliminate the like strain of blood supplements, or
I mean, having synthetic blood makes Zeros and the anarchists plan to cohabitate peacefully with humans a reality,
Mm,
correct? So it is a piece of technology that is potentially
brings
life-changing
progress.
for the vampire society as a whole.
And when you got
Yes.
a society that's aeons old, you don't want progress. It
Right.
works the way it works. It works perfectly. Unless, you're a kid like Toby, you can't do anything now, and
Right.
you're like
yeah,
500 years old. It gets kind of exhausting going to kindergarten 5
Or you're
times.
just expected to blindly follow these elders and
Yeah, like that, because when Moron was asking you about being a doctor, they want you to be a doctor. That's boring.
right, so you can steal
Everyone
blood
wants
from
me
the
to be a doctor.
from the hospital. Yes. Aurelio, if you wanted to be a doctor, you'd be a doctor. It's fine.
I did say that, yes.
You could be a doctor if you wanted to be a doctor. You're a couple hundred years old. I assume that you could have been a doctor by now if
If
you
I
wanted
had
to.
wanted to, but
But that's okay. It's not everybody's thing. So there's history there. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a very convoluted trail between me and my assets, but that's beyond the point. But for the reason of keeping myself off the radar.
Laughing at beyond the point, is that what?
Yeah. Anyways,
All right. Well, this is good to know. Are you sure that you want to go through with your meeting with Toby? If you're concerned that people might trace your assets back to your family?
oh, they would have already killed me by now, had the I mean, I assume.
What is your meeting with Toby going to be involving?
The graffiti friend.
Finding out who wrote the graffiti.
Which
Gotcha.
Solving the
apparently has
Maria
nothing to do
Hallett,
with the argument.
Samuel Bellamy pirate. You guys wanted to know the answer to this. I don't know. I'm
I
just
do.
out
I
here
do.
trying to make some more allies in the world.
It's a loose thread either way.
It-
I'd rather
yeah.
not like have an unknown factor.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
leaving loose threads means that things could unravel at any point.
Yeah. Especially since the situation with the anarchists is all just a powder keg, so
Well, and then
An
if the
unknown
dean
factor.
does die, even if it is the anarchist, isn't the anarchist. I mean, if it happens publicly, which I assume this person is angry enough to. I mean, the person's been angry enough to leave graffiti, threatening graffiti on the side of the dean's building.
I mean,
And-
Mike, you can also do that if you're bored. You don't necessarily have to.
No, I know, Tori. That's the fun part.
Oh,
Sometimes
Tori.
we just send threats to the dean for fun.
Fun.
Or he's
Sorry,
at his house for
what?
fun.
Sometimes we
Who
egg
does
his
that?
house
For funsies.
at dawn just because it's funny. He can't come outside to stop us.
At dawn, we egg.
Eggs at dawn.
Moving on.
All right.
Sorry,
When is your appointment with Toby?
At nightfall.
Nightfall, of course it is.
Okay. Yes.
We'll be fine. It'll be okay. I think that if you were to follow, even stealthily, it would ruin any trust that we've built so far with Toby.
Are you
and
sure?
with-
Because we can be
We're
pretty
not going to
stealthy.
follow. No, we are
Yeah,
not going to
no.
follow.
Aurelio, you're a darling, but that's not true.
All right.
Aurelio can be very stealthy.
I'll work on it. I'll work.
When was he last stealthy? 100 years ago? 200? I don't.
Though, who knows?
Yeah, it's been a while. We love you, Aurelio. We do. We love you, but
I'm like,
you're so friendly, and like that is not always the stealthiest.
I'm
Well,
also
what's
kind of
wrong with
worried
being
about
friendly?
Nothing.
if you are
nothing's
like
wrong.
meeting with the dean. That seems risky. So like, be careful, please.
Yeah. Do you guys need mace? We can make you some mace.
No. I think we'll be all right without mace, but we'll take care.
Do you
for
need
sure.
some of Tori's steaks?
No, that's dangerous.
No, keep
A
an eye
child could
out.
Might trip.
A kid could choke on them.
Yeah, it's too dangerous.
Stop putting things in your mouth, Michael.
That is not the wood you're supposed to put in your mouth, Michael.
Wait.
Make them so small.
Wait. All right, let's move on. 0 to 2000, real fast.
That's what happens when you don't stay on task.
Yeah. Is
right.
there anything anything we're wanting to get done during the day that we should knock off first before your meeting with Toby?
I have a meeting.
Well, it's Wednesday. We got classes.
I'm not going
Monday,
to classes.
brunch. Wait,
I
no,
don't.
it is Wednesday. Damn it.
I don't. Well, I've already missed my first class, but
Oh, yeah, Todd just looks at his watch. He's like, "Oh no,
fuck! I missed class.
Damn it!
This is the first time I've ever missed class."
My perfect
fine.
attendance!
To be honest, I was not going to school for real. I already own an investment banking firm, and I made 50 million last quarter. I don't
Not
need to
interested
go
in
to
learning anything.
Wow. Living the dream.
Um,
Let me just
I'm interested
visualize
in
for a
learning things.
I actually took psychic damage when you said that.
I made significant investments in the synthetic blood industry.
Yes, we know.
Yes,
Great.
You-
which has turned over a
interested in
huge amount of
fashion.
profit.
That's
Is that
great
not
for you.
why you're going?
I can start my own fashion line if I want to.
Cool.
And you just be basing that on your own opinions and not learning from others.
I mean, that's all fashion is at the end of the day, anyway.
What do you think I was doing before this?
Apparently
Baron?
investing
Before my
in a
parents
bunch of
died and I
money.
had to take over an MPAT. I had a fucking internship in New York with one of the most
Sometimes,
prestigious.
like, to be seen as a legitimate business owner, you need some sort of degree.
No.
Right.
And sometimes you're bored and you just want to take fun classes.
I'm just
That's what I thought. was
saying
happening.
that this
Sometimes
is
you're trying
not-
to fill the meaningless ennui of existence with few things that you can learn. So that's fine.
Absolutely. I like learning. I'm just saying that it's less important than some of the other stuff that I'm juggling right now.
Some would say that learning is the most important calling that a person can have. That's,
Can't learn anything if you're dead.
well, I beg
What
to
would you
differ.
like to accomplish today then?
I'm gonna go talk to the witches.
Okay. Do you know any witches?
There's witches in Salem.
Michael.
Sorry.
I know where I can find some.
That was good.
There's witches, there's a fairy in the phone, there's a... Oh, I'm learning all
There's
sorts
like
of
naked
things
people
today.
dancing around. In the
Naked
woods.
people,
You
I
never
am
know.
concerned.
That's
We
a
don't fuck with
story.
fairies.
That was
We
just
don't fuck with the
Nobody
fae.
fuck with
No.
the fairies.
Nobody fucks with
The
the
fae-
fairies.
The fae,
Amelia,
they'll
how
ask
much
you for your
about
name
American
and then they
history do you
steal your
know?
identity. It's no, we don't fuck with the fae.
Identity
It's
Only
like-
been
theft.
witches in
That's why
Salem.
everyone's got fake fucking names now. We all fucked with the fairies. Except for Vlad, apparently, who's just like rolling with his original name.
I
But
think
it works for
Vlad
you.
gives very few fucks anymore, so he'll fuck
No
with
fucks
fairies.
left to give.
Also, I mean,
Although
really,
missing class, that's the hard limit.
Oh no, he's very upset.
no, that's where we draw the line. No missing class.
He's like tapping. He's like ready to go now. He's like, okay, wait.
Yeah, we gotta
go to
let's
class
go.
today.
wrap this up.
Go to class.
I did have
I
a quick
think-
question for the GM.
Yeah.
Let me try and involve you again, Charlie.
Oh no,
Something
I've
with
like I've
chaos.
been loving this. This has been
Eh,
great.
Popcorn.
great. I know, like I'm just like if I had popcorn, I'd just be like, ooh,
That's what I've been doing.
Watch this show. Okay.
good stuff, good stuff. This is the best part about being a gym. I just sit back and listen.
Love that.
Look at all this
Okay.
film I started.
Does Vlad know why witches and vampires don't get along? Because the only thing that's conflicting in his mind right now is, I mean, the journal he read with Maria and the implication that, you know, Sam was a vampire and she was a witch and she was trying to perform magic. And so, like, what's the discrepancy? Why don't they get along? And why might have she been different?
Largely the power balance.
Mhm.
Compared to regular humans, witches would be the most formidable enemy to vampires.
Mhm.
Take that, werewolves.
Stupid werewolves.
Don't bring
Werewolves
werewolves
next
into
door
this.
are so mad right now. They are peeing on our bushes.
Fuck with the fae, we don't
Oh.
fuck with the werewolves.
So largely just end.
So witches are trying to like gain power over mortals?
No.
Or
Vampires have seen them as a threat.
okay, I'm
But
asking. I'm
yes.
sorry, I'm asking Charlie.
Yeah. So it's essentially just the power balance. Vampires see witches as a threat because they're more powerful than regular mortals and have access to different abilities. And
Why would that upset witches?
Salem witch trials? Because the vampires
Okay,
seeing
so
them as a
because-
threat would hunt them down and try and get rid of the
okay.
witches because they don't.
So
they-
witches.
they'd want to eliminate the threat, and since the witches are being pursued by the vampires, they wouldn't trust the vampires.
And vampires pursued witches because they have a conceived threat against
Mhm.
mortals. Okay.
No,
No actual threat.
witches are a threat against the vampires.
Mhm.
The vampires are eliminating the threat against themselves.
Rock, paper, scissors here. Okay. I see.
Yeah. Vampires beat witches,
like
witches beat
two-
pirates, and pirates beat vampires.
Two world
I'm sorry, I'm
superpowers.
confused. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not
Basically,
helping.
we have two world superpowers
Mm-hmm.
that want to be the most powerful thing in existence. So they're trying to
Mhm.
eliminate the opposite superpower.
It's like
Okay.
a mutually assured destruction where they both perceive each other as a threat, so they're kind of afraid to make a move.
Yeah, I was gonna say like over
Potentially,
like,
maybe.
they just never.
I mean, they're not
Cold
afraid
War.
to make
Like,
a move.
We're just like,
Oh, they're
wait a
not.
minute.
Sorry. They're too busy making moves.
It's not constant all out war.
Mm.
And there's probably like right now probably in a more like sort of peacetime similar to a Cold War where it's just like we
Mm.
recognize you're a threat, but neither of us are acting right now.
Mhm.
But there have been
Okay.
historical instances of vampires, like with the witch trials, publicly going after the witches to take them out.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I can assume that vampires were heavily involved with witch trials.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Not cool, but okay.
Cool.
So what I'm saying,
But like
Yes.
anything, there's people are weak to love.
right?
Yes. Okay, so that explains
Romeo
that.
and Juliet.
Yep.
and all
Got that.
Yep.
2
100%.
households, both alike in dignity in Fair Salem. We already did this bit.
Yeah, yeah,
I already
yep,
did.
yep,
I already
yep,
did
yep.
the bad Shakespeare recitation.
Yep.
Charlie, I need you to read about Elizabeth Bathory so that we can get more into the lore there.
I
But-
Googled her really quick, but then my Google privileges were revoked.
That's the
I was planning on reading up about her, but then you said you wanted to do something during today's game, so I didn't because I was like, I don't know what Lee wants to do. So
No,
I'll
that
just
was literally
wait
it.
and see.
That was
I'm
it, just
curious
the
to
name
see
drop.
what sort of lore you're
Okay.
thinking
It can come
about.
back around. It'll come
that's
back
the
around.
blood countess, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll circle back to it.
Yes. it
Also,
is.
may have
Full circle.
been a witch. Could have been a vampire.
Nobody
knows?
knows.
Vampire witch, the first
Oh,
vampire.
Somebody
witch.
knows.
A bitch.
Anyways.
A bitch. Is that
A bitch. Yeah. A vampire.
a vampire?
Bam, bam.
Vampire.
Thank you, vampire.
Since we're doing a Q&A really quick,
Sorry. Yeah.
I had a question, Charlie, because you had said that some of Aurelio's relatives were working at fake witch magic shops, like tourist occult shops. Did I get any names? Like, was the Book and Brooms one, or different shops in the city?
The Books and Brooms is not listed because it's a bookstore.
Oh, yes.
It is.
Okay.
It's strictly a bookstore.
Did I find any names of specific shops that I could look for?
Sure. I don't have any offhand, but
Can I make them up?
sure.
How many? How many shops?
um,
I'll just take.
say
I'll
three.
Take this.
Well,
Three. Three is a magic number, so that tracks.
Is a magic number.
I'm not gonna say that.
What?
I'm not gonna say that. I'll say it when
Okay,
we're not
Charlie.
recording. I'll say it when we're not recording.
Ooh, mysterious.
Spicy. All right, that was my only question. Just a quick Q&A.
Okay, cool. Is there any other planning you would like to do over brunch? Anything else you'd like to say? If not, I was gonna have us take a break, but I just want to make sure we get all that taken
That's
care of.
about it.
So
Go to
Amaranth and
classes
Tori
then-
are gonna go to the tea party, and then I guess we'll
Not
regroup
dark
and
yet.
figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
after class.
Yeah.
We'll pick up
They're skipping class.
because Amarantha wants to visit the witches, so we'll do that first,
Mm.
and then we can see what the evening holds.
Mhm.
So,
Sounds good.
all right, cool. Yeah,
All right.
we'll be right back.
I was told it was urgent. Come see me tonight. In the circle we're flirting and we dance for hours. She knew that she had me, but I didn't realize I'm sleeping with a vampire. Got lost in the city when we drove through the night. Stopped by in an alley and she kissed me while she knew that she had me, but I didn't see it now. I'm sleeping with a vampire. When morning is come, she's always gone. She will call me when she's run out of young blood, She hates to see me falling. That's why she leaves at sunrise. Just when morning has come, she's always gone. I'm sleeping with a vampire. She knew I was waiting through months in pain. The one day she texted me at 12 a.m. I knew that she had me, and I started to see that I've been hooked up by a vampire. She said I'm
You are all going to the local community college. Can I call you Vladdy? No, you cannot.
No.
Absolutely not. Close up on the shoes with like the dramatic steps, and then we zoom out and up and get the full look, and then there are people as like he's going in the other direction, and the people behind him just turn and are like,
Sounds like somebody had a breakup over the weekend and psycho ex-boyfriend is on the loose.
both of at that, like these two girls lean in and they're just like, oh my gosh, you think someone was dating a professor? It says, I will take back what is mine. And next to it is a drawing of a skull and crossbones. There was some maybe sort of robbery at the Real Pirates Salem Museum.
I also don't know. I don't know how to play this game.
Me neither.
Breaking an entry in selfie.
One with both of them squatting next to the unconscious security guard. Hey, you can totally look this guy up.
I've connected the two dots.
I mean, when in doubt, just grab a candlestick and bash somebody over the head.
It's
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, we're
You
back
thought the cat was done.
with a cat.
I'm back again.
He has terrible manners.
You gotta tell your cat never show your butt for free.
This is not-
That's what I tell
OnlyFans.
Blondie.
Streaming on Twitch, not OnlyFans. Or I guess it'd be
Very
only
different guidelines.
felines.
Only fangs.
Only fangs.
Yes.
We need an
Fangs.
OnlyFans.
I love it.
Oh god.
New
So-
business venture for Amarantha.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll pick up with, is Tori going with Amarantha on these errands? Or is Amarantha going alone?
If Amarantha wants company, Tori will go.
Up to Tori.
Or Becca.
Tori has choices.
What?
Tori has
Tori has
agency.
choices. She can
Tori would
decide
prefer to
who
be
she
there,
Yeah, okay. That's
Right,
fine.
but we'll respect Amarantha's preference if Amarantha doesn't want.
Oh, look at us respecting each other's boundaries.
Oh,
Is this okay?
You are
we
always
gonna-
welcome to join me in most things.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. The two of you can head on out.
Mhm.
And unless there's anything you want to chit chat about on the way.
You ever had
Yeah.
dealings with witches?
Huh?
You ever done much with witches?
Nope. We're just kind of.
Fair.
Have you? Do you?
Not really.
I didn't think so, but where's that shot? I mean, we're good with people. Witches are people, right? Like,
You never really get the hang
Claim
of
it,
magic
right?
thing.
yeah, I wish I could get the hang of the magic thing. Life would be so much easier. Anyways, like as if it isn't already easy, but I
No
mean,
need.
there's the whole like having to.
Money
Act
is basically
stupid
a
all the
form of
time.
magic.
It is. It's definitely a social buffer.
I mean, like, there's the joke about doing like magic with makeup. So there's that. Hi. Hi. Hello. Yes, I love you too.
On the day to day, Amarantha wears a little bit of makeup, and today she's not wearing any makeup. She's sans makeup.
Tori usually goes with like eyeliner mascara.
Yeah. Amarantha is like a little bit of mascara, sometimes lipstick, but pretty simple. All right. What are your? I just don't understand with this whole anarchist thing. I don't get it, but
No?
maybe it's because I'm French and I've seen.
It should be in your blood.
Oh, revolution is in her blood. She's just had to play games in the American corporate world for too long.
So, like, is it more you don't get what they're doing, or more you don't know
No, I
how to
get what they're
reconcile it with your relationship with power?
No, I'm not concerned with my relationship with power. I just I have a hard time being convinced that somebody isn't going to power grab, or that the dean is just going to peacefully
Oh, I don't think he will.
meet their demands. I think that this is
I'm not sure I even think they're expecting him to. It might be more of a PR stunt.
maybe. I guess I'll be interested to see how that goes.
I'm still like not convinced it's their primary goal either.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
If I were to do something like that, I'd definitely have a big visible thing. Keep
Mhm.
people's eyes on it.
Absolutely.
else
And
behind the
then
scenes.
from the shadows, be doing something else. Like
I
a
mean,
magician.
Vampires are always doing things from the shadows, I suppose. But
What we do in the shadows, yes.
Are true.
Absolutely.
I didn't do that vampire homework.
so like meeting
Neither did we.
witches.
Mhm.
So like meeting witches. What's the plan?
So I think that you and I should align ourselves with the witches, and by proxy, Aurelio and Michael, and I guess Vlad. I think he's a part of our quintuplet now. I don't know.
I don't know what to make of his motivations, to be honest.
I don't
think-
either.
I don't understand them.
I don't either. I think he's in love with Aurelio.
Really? Because I thought Aurelio was in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad has done nothing in game to show that, but okay.
Except for wear a
Really?
fucking cravat.
Really?
No, like Aurelio was getting like
Is that a sign of love?
super defensive, like about anyone who might be getting close to Vlad. And I'm like, I hope that works out for you.
The problem is that Vlad strikes me as somebody who wants to take care of people. And Aurelio is also a caretaker, and they don't know how to take care of each other.
I'm not sure that's
Irony.
the impression I got of Vlad, but okay.
You didn't go shopping with us.
No, I didn't.
A lot of information
He
was
strikes
gained
me as
there.
like the kind of person I'd expect to see on
60 minutes?
my normal end of a riding crop.
Oh.
Not the other end, the one holding it.
Hmm.
Not
Yeah.
that I've been to those clubs lately.
Been very busy.
I
Also,
mean,
if Michael and Aurelio ask, you do performance art, and they're gonna ask to go. So
I mean, like, they've been around for like hundreds of years. I'm sure they've seen some interesting stuff.
somehow I feel like Aurelio hasn't.
Excuse me, are you calling Aurelio a prude?
No, I just think he's
Excuse
innocent.
Naive.
He's vanilla.
Sweet cinnamon roll.
Yeah, he's a sweet
Oh,
cinnamon
I
roll who cannot be subjected to the end of a riding crop.
Like,
Soft
Sometimes
mommy
people,
dom
like,
who will
surprise
make
you.
himself care and say nice things about himself. That's, he needs
you told
soft
them,
doming.
like, you told them that I do performance art.
Yeah, well, they were
I mean, you're
like,
not wrong.
You're also not right.
it's art. It's a form of art.
It's art. It's art.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Art's subjective, really.
I mean, that's
It's
definitely
art
not
form.
the word with including a sub that normally goes on there, but subjective works.
Submissive, subjective.
You're subjective to something.
They are subjective to something.
You're
And they enjoy
subjective
it,
to
so it's fine.
rapture.
It's a great outlet for that. I mean,
Gotta get stress relief somewhere.
tell me. All right. So I say I'm not saying that we should go and like work out an alliance with anarchists. I just think that a personal alliance between us and them would be beneficial for insurance purposes in case anybody tries to betray us, turns on us.
Anarchists or witches? Or
All
both?
of the alliances for all of the insurance.
Get everyone on.
Networking.
works.
It's all about networking.
It works if you can keep them from like thinking you're double dealing.
Yeah, that's
I know
true.
you've dealt with this in other sectors of life,
Right.
but
But dumb men and witches are different breeds.
I generally trust witches and vampires to have more insight into human intention than
Absolutely.
the kind of men who I tie up and hit with a riding crop.
It's amazing how many of them do business with us.
Really? It's a perk, I think. I provide a service.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then when you just bark orders at them, sometimes they just blindly agree. And I love that.
They're well,
I hired you. Also, you're my best friend. You
they're
know.
well trained.
They are well trained.
Also, I'm good at stabbing people. You know, other reasons to hire me.
When all else fails, right?
Totally normal reasons.
Pulls out a steak, flips it,
Yeah.
puts it back in
Yeah.
under the jacket.
Yep, absolutely. What? Michael's name is totally not fake.
What are you talking
Did you just
about?
notice that?
Yes, fucking A. All right. So, anyways, moving on.
Cal.
I knew his name was Mikal the whole time.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, oh, what the fuck are we doing, Tori? This is more chaotic and dangerous than we normally do.
Isn't it all technically part of the plan?
It is, yes.
The end
Yes.
goal can't get there without getting involved in at least a bit of danger.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, let's go see if we can lay nice with witches. What the fuck are you
Remick, stop.
what are you doing?
Oh no.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, folks. Catch it on the VOD.
Tori and Amarantha sex scenes. That's what she's like.
Just on the way.
Yeah, those we fade to black.
Yeah. You need to join our OnlyFans for that.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Including you, Remick. You don't just get free shows.
I
No.
love it.
Write the fanfic yourself, all right?
my God.
I will.
Enemies to lovers, 40K. What, sir?
I'm just picturing Vlad
Only
sitting in a
40K?
cafe looking
Excuse
like
you.
something very serious. But it's actually writing fan fiction.
He's writing
People he
fanfic of
knows.
Tori and Amarantha's BDSM habit.
Oh, no.
I love it. Okay, witches.
Witches, let's do this. All right. We arrive at Books and Brooms, I assume.
It's open. You can
was-
head inside.
Mhm.
Was Tori aware that you were picking up a book? Or is that
That
I
is
don't remember.
totally code for I wanted to know about my about the
Okay.
guy who called Michael Todd. And I gave her a book list, but it was a letter that said, who was the guy?
how much of this is Tori aware of?
I assume she would have told
Oh,
her
I can
when
work
they
with that.
were like
Yeah.
not around the guys.
Alone. Very far away from the boys.
Very far away from the boys, yes.
Doing their
Or just
OnlyFans
texting each
work.
other in the same room. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
works.
because they don't know what we're doing on our phones or
Yeah.
how to text, except for Vlad. But
I know how
And
to
then you can
text,
just
thank
delete. You can just delete the
I've been
text later.
texting
So.
Denise for weeks.
You haven't met
We
Denise
haven't
yet.
even met
Excuse
Denise
you.
yet.
That's true.
this is
You're
not
right. You're
this
right.
time in space. All
No,
right?
actually,
A few
actually,
more
Vlad
days.
knew Denise before the cooking class and just
That was
feigned
his
ignorance.
thrall the whole time, and Aurelia
Yeah.
was gonna kill her. I'm very concerned for her health.
What? Kill Denise?
Well,
What?
she's trying to steal your Vladdy.
They're just work friends. They're like
They don't-
colleagues.
I'm waiting for
Okay.
Aurelio's villain
Sweetheart.
era where he tries to just kill all his competition.
There's nothing lawful
Villain
about
era.
Vlad.
Okay, so
Back on real time.
Aurelio
That
is
man should be
a
illegal.
Aurelio is a Sundare confirmed.
Terry?
Yandere,
Yandere.
more like. Yeah.
Nah, Aurelio's not
Who's
yandere.
there?
No,
Accusing
no.
Amarantha
Amarantha
and
is
Michael.
yandere, if anything.
Oh my god.
Kill everyone.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Is
kill
it,
the
is it
entire
turning into an
anarchy.
Aurelia Amarantha competition over Vlad? Is that
I
what
don't
we're doing
think he
here?
could kill Amarantha. I mean, not like able, but I think that he wouldn't have
I
it
mean,
in him.
hey, if you haven't started competing, then you're already behind. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, sweetie, I don't compete.
Good luck. May the best man
wins.
win.
I don't care if Vlad doesn't want to be with her. She's not gonna fucking make somebody or beg for it or crawl
Great, good
for
for you.
it. People crawl for
murder.
her.
Yeah, I love that. Love that for you.
She's never chased Hill
Good
in
news,
her entire
Aurelio.
life.
Yeah, great. I love that. No argument.
Okay.
I cede my time.
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Christ. Okay.
so you get
Witches.
you get
Back
your
to
books of
witches.
runes, and you go inside. Estella's behind the counter.
Mhm. I got your message about the books.
Yes, yes. Why don't you come on over? The store is currently empty, so there aren't
Yeah.
anyone around. There's not anyone around to eavesdrop.
Good. So, Stella, tell me about Eldon.
Well, I wasn't aware that was his name when we had a conversation.
What did he say?
So discreet.
Oh, doing what a lot of men like to do. Came in
Posture,
spouting some nonsense, some threats, trying to seem more important than he is.
Gotta love that.
You get that a lot here.
Yeah. So, how aware are you
In
of the,
general, or from people like him?
in general and from people like him?
Yes.
Maybe once a week in general, with customers who are trying to tell me how to do my job.
Ugh.
From people like him, say less frequent occasion.
But if he could make you, he would have.
Essentially.
I respect that. How aware are you of the storm coming in Salem?
I know things are in motion.
Hmm.
There's several players involved. Quite a bit of dissent.
Yes.
You have a stake in it either way.
If I have to choose a side, I would side with those who are fighting back against the current power regime. Since what they do and their plans could largely benefit me.
Probably less likely to come in here and try to tell you how to do your job.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Have you formed relationships with any of that side?
Not officially. We do have a bit of an understanding. Mainly waiting to see what comes of their actions before making any moves.
Fair.
If they're successful or if they screw things up.
Seems like a logical stance to be taking.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on this protest?
It will do well to act as a distraction, and will gain notice. But I don't think it will give them much ground, if any.
Absolutely.
Do you think their intention is to gain ground with it?
I think there's the potential for someone to gain ground by utilizing it.
Interesting.
I don't know if it will necessarily be the protesters themselves.
Who do you think stands to gain from this?
I don't know if I would call them a recent arrival on the scene, or
somebody who maybe has been defacing the Dean's building?
yes.
Huh. Do you think this is an intentional distraction for that purpose? So that that person can accomplish their need or their ends?
It's not designed as a distraction by the anarchs for them, but they are certainly planning to use it to their advantage.
Absolutely.
Opportunism.
What does this person stand to gain? I mean, besides
The obvious.
an end to a thorn.
Honestly, to any outsider, it's really just a trivial matter. Personal vendetta.
I imagine it's not so trivial to the person with the vendetta.
Correct. If someone is willing to go to these lengths, they have very strong feelings.
Yeah.
But the exact reasoning probably seems trivial to most others.
Do you think that this person has a role in like pulling the strings behind this parts of this conflict, or do you think it just evolved naturally and they're taking advantage?
It's definitely evolved naturally and they're taking advantage. They've largely kept to themselves. Don't really care for business and prefer the freedom of wandering as they see fit.
But an opportunity presents itself, and I get that.
So, you stand to gain if one side accomplishes reform, so to speak.
If the reform happens, I will most likely not have to deal with any more visits from this man named Elton or people like him.
From what I gather about Elton, he's a joy. I was told he's a doctor of some sort. And also sired a child.
I can't imagine.
Sound.
I can't imagine that there was much of a good reason behind that.
No, I don't see any good reasons to lock someone in time at such a young age.
I suppose the one exception would be
Hmm.
if a child was going to die.
Yes.
But other
But
than that, even then,
the trauma of having to live life as a child, though developmentally not being a child, would be substantial.
yes.
From a political perspective, if this succeeds, what do you think the likelihood of outside retribution is?
I think there's certainly a possibility. In what form or in what frequency that would occur, I cannot say. But
That is my concern, actually. with
the
this.
compared to other locations, Salem does have a bit of an advantage in if agreements can be met. The Anarchs would not be lacking in support.
From the witches. This is your
Okay.
town, after all.
Have they tried to make those inroads yet?
They have not.
Hmm.
Most of what I know has come from keeping a decent awareness
Mm-hmm.
of the town, as well as having the opportunity to speak with the graffiti artist.
Hopefully that'll change if they plan to do any sort of substantive overhaul. But
I'm interested in what an ideal alliance or agreement between reformists and you and those like you might look like.
Well, ideally, there would be representatives from all groups.
Yeah.
The governance and power structure of the vampires does not just affect the vampires. Therefore, they should not be the only ones who have input.
Absolutely. A collective.
That would mean, on some level, having to come out of the shadows,
Mm-hmm.
but in forming a collective alliance, protections would also be ensured.
I imagine having the perspective of those who are not vampires would also
Absolutely.
The vampires I know are not particularly tactful, and I can't imagine any sort of coming out of the shadows going well with them.
If they, well,
Maybe it's
it
good.
might depend on who is orchestrating that plan.
That is the question.
What are
Anarchy
your
is a bit
thoughts on
antithetical to power structure.
Mm-hmm.
Not that power structure is not inherently destructive in most cases.
There needs to be checks put in place, limits put on powers. But
A more formal government.
absolutely.
I find myself torn between the necessity of formality and government in this case and the risk of just replacing one power with another.
And me too. Or that outside forces don't want to come. If we don't have those protections and those plans in place, I think that, well, there needs to be coordinated processes for such rapid and revolutionary changes to be made in a smooth and peaceful manner. And there needs to be resources from many different groups. And I think that you and yours are one of those key groups.
I believe we would all agree with that. If, regardless of whether we actively get involved or sit back and watch, things will either miraculously work out. One, the anarchs will be slaughtered, or it will devolve into all-out war.
This is what I'd like to avoid. I mean, both of those are not ideal, but all-out war is dangerous, especially for those of us who are not armed with supernatural strength and power. Human influence and money only goes so far.
When the claws come out, there's not much recourse than trying to get out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, there's always the risk, if you are lucky to be kept alive, of being put in a cage.
Which might be a fate worse than death for some people. I would like to work with you and yours to ensure that if there is a rapid change, that we make sure that all parties have voices and power to come to the table and to be a part of those collective decisions.
I can agree with that. I see no issue in having additional representatives available.
Absolutely.
And if inroads have not yet been made, it'd be
There's-
better to have these conversations sooner than later, especially if the storm is as close to the horizon as it seems.
I agree. Would you be interested in me facilitating some sort of neutral ground meeting?
I think that could be appropriate. Allow me to confer with my colleagues,
Absolutely.
and I will let you know.
You know how to reach me.
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much, Estella. If you ever need anything, call me. Or anything that I can provide, rather.
Even that can be a word from the wise. Even a statement like that can be a risky offering.
It's fair advice. Thank you.
Tori just kind of looks at Amarantha like,
We good here?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And they will proceed to leave.
Okay.
What time is it about now?
Probably
Assume
early afternoon.
the boys went to class.
Yeah.
Start school.
So we can, if there's nothing else for the moment,
Mhm.
we can fast forward to this evening.
Mhm.
Is there any, as a whole, is there any other planning or conversations the group wants to have, or just split off and do? Okay.
Vlad is so talkative today. I don't
I'm
know what
here
this
to
is
ruin
about.
everything.
Raising your hand.
Vlad the Ruiner.
Ghost tour.
Yeah, so Vlad will meet with Aurelio after class and ask, do you know where to find Michael at this time?
Yes, I think Mikhail has a film class. Does that sound right, Maria?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
I think he should be over in the film studies building.
All right.
It's
Well,
a small school, so it's probably all like communication, journalism, all in one place.
Yeah. We can go
Well-
meet him there.
sure. We can catch him after his class. Aurelio,
Hmm.
what is it that you are interested in finding out tonight?
In going to speak to the dean?
Oh,
No,
is that
sorry,
you
what are
want
we
to
doing?
do?
Thought we were going
No,
ghost
this is in
hunting.
character. Yeah.
My brain is a
Um,
mess. What are we doing?
Did you want to speak to the dean?
I mean, I think it couldn't hurt just to get an idea of how much he knows and what he might have brewing on his own. But if we have more pressing matters, I think it could wait as well. Did we want to go on the ghost tour? Was that what we were going to do tonight?
Yes, I think that there are some other interesting things we can get up to, but
No, we should go on the ghost tour then. I think it
if
might.
you have something important with the dean, then you should probably figure that out, right?
Perhaps. I think.
The team will be so disappointed in you.
He'll be so disappointed.
I
just
just
don't
don't want
want-
to step on any toes here.
I just don't want to have to tell the dean that Mikhail's been skipping classes. He'll be disappointed. It'll be a whole thing.
Doesn't know the dean.
Mm.
Just no clue who this man is.
No. He'll be really
You
disappointed.
mean you don't know Marlon Brown Doe? How could you?
How could you, Mikhail?
Well,
I don't know which is really the most pressing matter. I think that the situation with the dean can wait because the protest isn't for another couple of weeks, right? So I
yes,
think-
but for you, the doors might be closing a little bit sooner than that.
Maybe. I think it's. I don't know if I'm a bit on the fence about it, I think.
I imagine, yes.
So it could be beneficial to go and talk to the dean now, in that it could provide more information, but also it might be opening a can of worms that I don't know that I necessarily want to just yet.
Well, why don't we pursue other avenues tonight? And when you feel you are ready, you could let me know if you need assistance speaking to somebody.
Sure. Yes. I'll think on it. I'm still trying to sort out some. Everything that Zero said, and I mean, I would want as much as the next person to be able to like live amongst the humans openly and just be done with the whole charade that I don't care for to begin with. But I don't know. I have a bad feeling. I don't know.
It's a complicated relationship. I know.
Yes. But I'll think on it some more. And if you want to go and check out the ghost tour tonight, that might be our best.
I think it would be much more interesting.
I think so. Yes.
Yes. Let's go find Michael.
Good. Perfect.
I'm gonna catch Michael coming out of his class.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just any interaction between Michael and Vlad makes me laugh.
I can't do it. It's adorable. Okay. Michael.
Hail.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much just done class. How was your class? Did you watch a film? Take a lot of notes?
No films.
No?
Not a whole lot to watch for investigative journalism in the digital age.
Oh, I see.
What does that involve?
Learning about computers,
Mhm.
how to investigate in the digital age.
And that has to
Sure.
do with film.
Well, they don't exactly have just film here, so I kind of gotta like mush together some journalism stuff in order to get a full-time schedule.
But it's good that you can expand your horizons and really like just uncover different topics of interest to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of investigative journalism. It seems kind of nosy, but that seems to be the name of the game since yesterday. So
Yes. Everyone's
That's
looking into
true.
each other.
Yes. It's very topical.
Well, speaking of which, Vladimir would like to make a phone call.
Oh.
okay,
He's
not to us.
going-
We did not bring our phone with us.
No, he has a phone with him. He always has his BlackBerry.
Blackberry.
I don't think they make those anymore.
No, he has the last one.
It's old, just like him.
Last one. The last Blackberry known to time.
He's going to call Books and Brooms.
Oh, a busy day for them today.
You
She's really gonna be suspicious if you keep fucking calling every
He
time.
doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Alright.
This is getting ridiculous, Vlad.
you call
You-
Books and Brooms.
He has no idea. Yeah.
You call Books and Brooms,
Ring,
and
ring,
the
ring, ring.
yeah.
Did think it was going to
Click.
be witches.
Books and Brooms. How may I help you?
Is this Estella?
No, it's the other employee.
There might be other employees.
Who is calling?
Hello, this is Vlad. I stopped in earlier this morning and spoke to you about a couple ghost tours. And this may be inappropriate, but you said that you had never been on any of the ghost tours in town.
Not the ones you were asking after. No, I've been on the historical walking tours.
Yes, me and a couple of associates were about to go check out a couple of the local places. And I just wondered if you had a moment of time and wanted to join us.
That is an interesting request. Any particular reason why?
You're always looking at one side of history, right? It's interesting to look at the other.
And you believe the ghost tour will help me accomplish that?
Well, it's more about the company you keep, isn't it?
I suppose. What
To
time?
come pick you up.
What time?
We will be leaving in he looks to Michael and Rulio, about an hour. Yes.
Late afternoon, Vlad.
Yes.
Nah, we have
Well, I
like
was gonna say,
Ghost
I assume we said we skip forward to nighttime, so
Yep, yeah,
I guess I'm just assuming it's about the right time.
We
Um,
just skip court to you getting out of class, but okay. I'm sorry, I'm just confused.
okay. Whatever time is appropriate, Vlad says.
Probably around sundown, so like, let's see, what month is it? Probably around 8 p.m.
September, yeah. We could come and meet you at your shop as you close up, or we could meet you at the Besties Ghost Tour.
No, we're not doing the.
Not doing the
No,
spooky
not
shuffle?
Spooky shuffle, not yet. That's next time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, how many
We gotta
ghost
reel
tours
her
are you
in with
trying
the
to go on?
historical one, okay?
Okay.
It's historical, and then we get her into the other one.
What are you trying to do?
Get her friends with vampires. Show her we're not all terrible.
We
Not-
already did that.
not all
Vlad.
vampires.
We don't know that.
You got her in with the
Meanwhile-
humans.
Meanwhile, Aurelio is just like having a hush conversation with Michael, just like, do you know, I just got
Hush.
sort of a bad feeling when we were in the books and brooms shop. I just don't know that I like Estella. I just, like, I just got a bad feeling. Just bad vibes.
Oh my god.
You can hear him on the phone inviting someone named Stella.
I know.
That's a total
that's why.
coincidence.
That's why he's saying it's bad
That's
vibes,
why.
dude.
Like, I don't know that I like the Stella.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
Meanwhile,
this
lady, she was
Vlad
kind
takes
of
too much of an
rude.
interest in his
she
stuff.
did seem a little rude. And yeah, I just,
Like smart and know it all. Like
yes. Like, we've never read a book before. Like, come on.
I've read tons of books.
I've read a book. Like, leave me alone.
Had her
Meanwhile-
fancy journal that we couldn't take with us, which I guess is fair because it's really
Please,
old. But
Is there a bookshop? Come on, we could buy that journal.
I don't-
Meanwhile, Estella says, I'll meet you at the tour place.
I'm looking forward to it.
Is there anything else you need?
No, I'll talk to you tonight.
All right. Goodbye. Like,
God.
Yes. Vlad. I don't think you're her type.
I'm not flirting with her. Jesus.
You're just asking
sounded
everybody
like
out
it.
on dates.
Stella shows up. I have a boyfriend.
This is
Girlfriend
the
named
problem.
Denise.
Then you're just like, your mannerisms are so intense. Everyone thinks you're flirting with them all the time.
I don't think that's.
I
They
have a
usually think they're
presence.
being mean to him.
Yeah, that's what Amarantha thinks 100%. That he's just being mean to her all the time.
We are getting very different signals here.
Of course you are, really.
Are
You
you
never.
guys not going to? Jesus Christ. Are you guys not going to reconvene with us?
No,
I don't know.
you
You
said
knew
you were
that we were going to the fucking bookstore.
We don't
you
know
knew.
for how
You said
long.
you're going on a picnic after that with Toby.
That's at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going on a ghost tour.
We went
at
in the
night.
morning. Okay, fine. We
We
went in
never
the
talked
morning
about
to the
meeting.
bookstore, Vlad.
We like got stood up, Amarantha.
We never talked about meeting
This
each other.
this is what
We
she
Nobody
literally
came
never
back
did
to the
that.
plot.
This is why she thinks Vlad fucking hates her.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
nobody told me to meet with anybody, so I didn't.
We should probably get a
Anyways.
snack before we go on a ghost tour.
Snack.
Yeah,
What do you mean, Michael?
like a snack, like a
Sorry.
a bag, applesauce,
Elaborate.
whatever. We just stop by
Sure.
the
Back
house
home.
before we go. That
Oh,
way
yeah,
I can
we
grab a
can-
jacket in case it gets cold.
Oh, sure, we can stop by the flat.
A windbreaker.
I don't
Stella
have
might
any
need
of
a
the.
jacket.
God damn it. I don't have any of the cran applesauce with me, right? Because it needs to be refrigerated. So I was concerned. I thought you meant like right now. I was like, oh.
No, before we go, I'm fine. I ate
Okay,
breakfast.
sure, great, perfect.
Snack on somebody during lunch.
Neil Michael,
They're fine.
have you ever considered indulging in other means?
Like,
Oh my god!
like how?
We're about to have a very awkward conversation.
Oh
That didn't sound
You're
like
making
a
this
pickup
awkward. Okay, it's not my fault. Everything that comes from my mouth sounds like a pickup line. Okay.
It kind of is.
It's just the vibe you give off, I know.
It's just that Vlad energy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Big
Vlad
Vlad
energy.
let Vlad live his best life, okay?
She's just accidentally flirting with everybody.
That raw animal magnetism.
I mean,
my
when you're
God.
dressed like that, come on.
His three-piece suit to community college.
Yeah.
His sweater today.
Yeah.
He has a very nice sweater on. Yes.
He does have a sweater on today. Oh, I don't know. Whatever it is that you said that your cooking skills
The
fulfill
cello.
something in you.
Did it make me feel angsty?
That's good, right?
It's like asking how many hit points you have on a scale of 1 to 57.
Yeah, right? Hey man, I'm trying to do this tactfully. I'm just saying you don't always have to partake in something like that.
Well, apparently now there's other options.
Hmm?
So that's new. But they're in Amarantha's room, and if she's not home, I'm not going into a room because that's rude.
Sorry,
It's
what
very
is in
rude.
Amarantha's room?
The synthetic stuff,
Fake.
Oh, I
blood.
see. Okay, okay.
spice.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just us, Michael. You don't have to.
There are people on this
We can-
campus.
we can
The
branch
world's
from
bigger
there.
than us.
If they can hear us, they won't care. So
Fair. Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a cooler in a room, a mini fridge. I don't think it's a cooler. I think it's a mini fridge.
Hmm.
Yes.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I didn't know it existed until now. So,
Mm.
be interesting to see what it tastes like. Probably stop at Dunkin' on our way to the ghost tour and put that in my Dunkin'. So,
All right.
So great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a coffee flavored synthetic blood for
Oh my God.
Michael.
No, like any sort of flavoring always just tastes like artificial. Like it never tastes like the real thing. Ew.
Might be
Says
good
the
enough for
person who
now.
ate lime jello with hot dogs for breakfast.
and olives and eggs.
It's only to show Mikhail that his creation was valued.
It served a
respect-
different purpose.
I respect that you amused Michael greatly this morning because he thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
You would
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
All right, well, I guess we'll head back to the flat to make sure Michael doesn't eat anybody on the coast.
Okay. What if you get hungry? Sometimes you get hungry.
Yes, let's make sure you don't.
Yeah, we just don't want you to be hangry, right? That's want to make sure that you feel good, you're full, you're ready to go.
Blondie. Blondie, get off that computer. Don't.
I need that computer. Hey,
Do not. Get down.
get down.
Okay.
But were you going to suggest you were talking about the synthetic blood, or were you going to suggest something else, Vladimir?
Oh, well, there's other vices, isn't there?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
but do
I
they
just
all work? Mechanically, do they all work the same? That's a.
Mhm.
I don't know. Do they?
So I could just take up cigar smoking.
Sure.
I don't know. Mikhail, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should maybe
Don't
not
smoke, Michael.
smoke
Don't
cigars.
smoke. No.
I don't think having
You
another
only
a
get
new
this one set of
vice-
lungs, and they gotta last a long time.
Don't
It's not that you even
breathe,
use
you
them,
weirdos.
but like
We don't even breathe.
You're not going to die, but it's going to be very uncomfortable.
they'll
It's
just
also
be
not-
gross.
it's
You
also
don't want
not gonna
gross
work.
lungs.
I'm glad I
don't
may
think-
have smoked a lot when you was younger.
I believe it. I believe it.
It was
Picking
all
a
the
new
rage.
vice, I don't think that's a good idea. Mikhail is just
It was an example vice.
yeah, sure, but
Yes.
any vice. I don't think just
Gambling, hookers,
no,
cocaine.
no. I
Do
don't
those
think
things
so.
make you
If
happy?
you do cocaine,
I don't think so.
Does gambling and hookers make Mikhail happy? That's the question.
Michael.
we just want Michael to be happy, okay?
Let's just
Michael.
keep listing vices that are a little bit questionable as we go back to the flat.
Well, what does make you happy besides blood?
Brooding? Brooding makes everyone happy.
Yeah, nice, good sit in the quiet for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Minimum 1 hour.
I think that is one of my things is hunt for blood. So.
Yes, I know. What are the other things, Michael?
Damn it. I think it's the
Practice
arcane
incarnate
arts, hunt for
art.
blood.
And the
It's
archaic
rude.
arts and my
If
Jello
you-
art.
Well,
I
he's
like
asking.
Jello
I'm
art.
asking in
Hunt for blood
character.
bags
Yeah.
is
Sorry,
what
yes,
makes
you're
you
right.
happy. Yeah.
Immersion. I broke the immersion.
Hey guys,
Let's get
We're
in
playing
it.
a game here.
I don't want to hear it, Cat. Like, yeah, you know, like the Jello
wanna
art
hear it,
kind of
Vlad.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't got that many molds. Yeah, it's hard to find good molds for Jello. It's easy to find molds now because they make them out of anything and everything.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure that the Jello doesn't stick.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it just looks like a disaster.
Have you
corn
tried going
starch.
to like a
Those
bridal
silicone.
shop? Because I think they actually do have several like various kinds of molds.
Yeah. And then you
that are
got to
just
like
kind
dust
of-
it with the
Yeah.
cornstarch.
They're just in shapes.
That's a different thing.
Go to the
Yes,
That's for a
yeah.
different kind of patty.
Novelty.
Novelty
know.
shapes.
You know the ones I mean. Shapes that are novel, right?
It also seems like a massive waste to put all this weird shit in Jello and then I gotta throw it away.
It does seem a bit wasteful. Yes.
Have you considered donating the food, making it for somebody else that
I don't
enjoys that sort of
think-
thing?
I don't think any
don't
shelter
think.
or donation center
Maybe an old
in the
folks'
entire
home.
world is gonna want some tuna casserole Jello
I-
salad.
I
Give them
Don't know
that
if we can
thing.
inflict that on someone else.
I think that's
An
considered a
old
war
people
crime. I wasn't there for the Geneva
No,
Convention.
I know
but
my
I'm
war
pretty
crimes
sure that's
very
in there.
well. Jello is not on the
on.
list.
Come here. Stop yelling at me. Come on.
All right.
Should we get Michael a cat? I think yes.
Absolutely
Oh, no.
Blondie
not.
thinks so.
Absolutely not.
100%
Step on the
no.
keyboard.
Oh.
All right. I think we make it back to the.
yeah.
In the interest of keeping this movie.
Yes.
To come up with a new archaic copy for him.
Oh my god.
How about chalk graffiti?
That is not archaic.
Well, just
It's
think about
archaic to the
something-
2000s.
Michael, do you mind me asking when exactly was your childhood? Your real childhood.
That's a thing I know off the top of my head.
Around
Scroll,
I know what year I was born.
1950,
Scroll.
1950 something maybe.
Like late 50s, early 60s,
Mhm.
in the 1900s.
Sure. Yeah.
When you think back to that time, his Jello, the most happiest thing that you can think of from then.
Excuse me, cat. It's up there. Maybe not the weird salads, but as a dessert.
Did you
And
enjoy
why is
cooking?
that?
Oh yeah, I love cooking.
Mm. What about it brings you joy?
It's just something fun to do. Like I took home ec in school. You know, good way to meet girls.
Sure. Do you think there's another archaic form of like culinary arts that you could practice that does not involve Jello?
That seems to be the big one.
Oh, really?
Then
But
you
like
should do that.
food keeps going. Like
Do you
people still make things from like 50, not as often, but people still make things from like 50, 60 years ago.
Mhm.
Do you know fermentation is a very ancient art, culinary arts? You could maybe learn about like fermenting things, like cabbages,
Pickling.
yeah,
Like
pickling.
kimchi.
Yeah, like cabbage or onions.
It's
pickles.
2022. Kimchi's caught on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
fish.
Everyone
I
knows
think-
about kimchi.
I
Yeah,
think they
the
do
fish.
fermented fish in like Norway.
Sure, yeah, I think it
Oh,
has quite an odor,
don't
but
make
you
that.
know, that's
You know,
pickled
Michael,
herring is quite
We can try a
strong,
pickling jar.
kind of
long as
offensive to your
nobody's-
olfactory sense.
I
you
don't
know.
Michael, I think that maybe instead of trying to replace your archaic art, you should just embrace it and not worry so much about throwing it away or what's going to happen with it.
I could let Tori throw it at people.
Oh
Yes.
my god!
That's an option.
It's not so much about the result of it as the process, right? It makes you happy. It fulfills you in some way. So do it. And don't worry about it.
And if you freeze, wonder what happens when you freeze it. We might need to get a bigger freezer.
It will still be very soft.
Ah.
The gelatin makes it, yeah. It'll bounce a little bit more, but
I was hoping it'd get
It's-
like
I-
solid.
Freezing it is maybe not the answer. Maybe if you just
That might make
throw
it last longer. So
Ah.
what?
maybe
we can
freeze
trans-
drying. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should get some liquid
Wow.
nitrogen. See what happens.
Yes.
What's the worst?
A
Famous last
lot,
words.
I
Dots.
think.
Dipping Jello.
No.
Jello dots.
No, no, no.
The Jello of the future.
No, I don't like that, actually. I don't like that, Mikhail.
Oh,
Not
no.
at all.
The Jello
Not
of the
at all.
future is just gummy snacks.
It's just
No.
Jello.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
This entire episode is just distressing Jello.
Crimes, food
I will
crimes.
never eat
Cursed
Jell-O again
Jell-O.
after this.
Go
Crimes against
straight to
foodmanity.
jail.
Yeah.
Hee
All right. Do we meet at the flat?
Yeah.
Go get some cran apple juice.
hee.
Unless Amarantha's home.
I don't know. Are we home still?
Sure.
What time is it?
What?
It's still earlier.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think that much time had
Bloody.
passed, but I didn't know.
Like 5 or 6, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're still home.
Yeah, you got a couple hours
I don't
before
know
your
what we're
meeting.
doing, but we're probably making dinner.
Sure, lots of eggs.
A quiche.
Manicotti with all the
Quiche,
eggs.
Lorraine.
The
No,
trio.
she's making carbonara.
There you go. The trio
Oh.
walks in
Ah.
with a lovely smell of Italian food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that garlic smell.
Well, there shouldn't be garlic in carbonara, but
Nah.
yeah. If you're really making
Not in the
carbonara, when you-
carbonara. It's on the garlic bread.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
I
go.
have spaghetti
Garlic bread
garlic
till I'm
bread.
dead.
Checkmate.
We have all these goddamn baguettes. We have to do something with them.
That's all we have.
They're like
Egg and
3 days
baguettes.
old.
Well, baguettes, egg, you make French toast.
Yeah.
Make more.
Yeah.
There you go.
I do make
done.
a lot
Every
of French
Sunday.
toast.
Also, I love that as this food discussion is happening, your cat's making biscuits in the background.
Mhm.
It's very
It
thematic.
was she wrapped up in all of my cables.
Oh,
So
no.
she had to go back there.
Yeah.
Ah, too cute.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man.
Well, do the two of you have everything you need for your picnic tea party with Tobias?
I don't think it's a
Victoria and
picnic.
Amarantha.
I don't think
I don't-
we're having a picnic. I hope not, at least.
Maybe bring
you
them a
ask?
snack.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe it's
Not
bring
like
your
you.
own.
I know the
I'm-
kids use that as a term.
Okay. Um, are you hungry, Michael?
Yeah, now that we've
God
been talking
damn
about
it.
food the whole
God
way back, can I try one
damn
of those
it.
synthetic bags?
Sure.
Nah.
Yes.
Well, Michael's gonna be the first one to try it. Well,
Yeah.
in front of anyone.
Does it turn you into a werewolf? What's gonna happen?
What? Is that a risk?
not.
Because don't drink it. Do absolutely do not drink that.
What?
Don't do it.
It should not
Don't
turn you into
do
a
it.
werewolf.
Okay,
Is
just
that
making
a
sure.
serious concern?
Possible side effects like lycanthropy.
I hate it's my least favorite side effect.
No, Mikhail, this is leprosy.
See, oh, that's much better.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Oh no, we're gonna lose all our werewolf fans.
Yeah, she's gonna ask him if he has a preference on
Oh my
type.
god.
Always good.
Oh, was good. All right. Negative, positive. Do you care?
Nah, just O.
Okay. She goes and grabs it.
Because then you make a lot of O's and you sound like a ghost. Oh,
Ooh. There's no
Sure.
ghosts allowed in
No
the flat,
ghosts
though.
allowed in the flat.
yeah, no.
Mikhail,
I wrote the
rule.
flyer.
You
Yeah,
wrote the
yeah,
flyer.
yeah.
It's a synthetic
You know,
ghost.
no ghosts.
It's a synthetic ghost.
That's a ghost.
That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I'll just.
You won't be allowed in the flat for the entire night.
Mikhail,
You know
have to
that's
kick
my
you out.
birthday
Like,
too. We're having a party, so.
birthday.
I'll have to find somewhere else to
Shit.
go.
You don't want to be here for Amarantha's birthday party?
Well,
Steve Blood, you're very rude to me. I'm just saying. That
was
you get
just
mad when I
making
say
a
you're rude, but
comment.
you're rude to me constantly.
I guess if it's Halloween, you would
it's
just
a practical thing to say.
just not hide a fangs and just say, "Well, ooh, a vampire is for Halloween."
You know, you can only do that so many times though. So I'm not,
So many years in a row.
especially with everything going on with the anarchists this year. Maybe. It
Oh
might be a
yeah,
bad
that's
year
probably a
for it.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Their
It's all a bit
branding was so
too-
subtle.
Yeah, maybe
Yes,
I'll get.
it's a bit much.
I don't know. We got time to think about Halloween.
Hmm.
It's a whole other distraction.
You could dress like extremely foolish and just like an idiot, and then you could say,
You get the
"My
plastic
name
things.
is Morin."
Yeah,
My name is
like that
Officer
cap.
Morin.
With the plastic things and the cape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever will make you happy, you should be for Halloween, all right? Maybe you could go as Jello art.
I don't know how well that would translate.
No,
I
you
can get
say
one of
that.
them hot dog suits.
You say that, and I'm
Hey!
gonna Google sexy Jello.
Could wear your
Halloween
maroon and-
costume.
and
Literally,
mustard
just
suit.
make a costume a la Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
skin some werewolves. Oh,
Werewolves?
Werewolves.
You
I thought it was
do.
like
Hell,
humans.
There's a lot of preoccupation with lycanthropy. Do you want to be a werewolf?
No.
No. Okay, are you
We've been talking
curious?
about witches and the fae.
Okay, okay.
Kind of
Here,
got
let's
werewolves
Let's get
on
him a
it.
Drink the
snack, and
blood.
she just like goes and gets one of the bags and
Get
brings
him
back.
some fucking blood.
Yeah.
Really hungry.
He's still
Yeah.
young.
Miracle
like
blood.
he can't do this.
Still a growing boy.
Yeah. So we went and talked to Estella today, and
Oh,
Stella.
yeah,
I
interesting.
didn't know you had strong thoughts. I didn't know you had strong thoughts on her.
I think she knows everything. She might. I don't know. I only talked to her
Witch,
the one
Michael.
time.
She's a witch.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
So she might actually know everything.
yeah.
Like maybe.
I don't know what they have specifics. We went to talk to them about whether or not they've had alliances with the Anarchs yet. Doesn't seem like the Anarchs really have a plan for after the protest. I just feel like there's a lot of either they're keeping a lot from us, the Anarchs, or like they're really stupid.
It's definitely one of those two things.
Well,
Yeah.
never mistake malice for ignorance, you know.
Wait, what?
People are often much more stupid than they are.
Oh,
You
so
know.
you're saying that stupid is the right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
the problem with stupid is when you don't realize you're stupid. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mikhail? How is your the synthetic blood? Have you tried it yet?
Disinfect what?
The-
Disinfected.
Synthetic.
Synthetic.
How is the
Oh.
synthetic blood? Did you try it?
Not as sweet, but it's pretty good.
Sweet. Interesting. Okay. Maybe someday I'll try it.
Let me know. I can put some in the fridge for you if you want, Michael. Just the regular fridge.
Warm a little. Never mind.
Should they
What?
be cold or warm?
I think you want to like you
I
want
guess
to let
if you're
it
gonna, like-
breathe and
If you want to pound it, it should be room temperature. But like,
but you don't want to keep it at
depends on
room
the
temperature
person,
for a
doesn't it?
long period of time because then it just gets really the consistency,
you
the
okay? You're-
texture.
What?
Never mind.
For the record, Tori is in game laughing at that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What is happening?
nobody knows what's happening.
I'm so confused. Okay.
Different people have different preferences. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Sure.
Good. Is there anything else we need to cover before we split up for the evening, or no? I think we've got it. And if the two of you run into trouble, you'll send up a smoke signal and they'll come running. And
We'll send a
Yes.
text message or call you. Yeah.
sure. Yep. All right.
Oh, I should probably get that phone. He'll pick it up from next to the rotary phone and
dear.
put it in
Michael,
his pocket.
keep the phone with you. Then you
will
can
now.
find me and Tori all the time. Not just when we're going off on this dangerous thing, because
Do you want my number just in case one of their flawless plans falls through?
are you
Flawless.
offering me
They're
your number,
flawless.
bud?
Yes, that is what I just said.
Is the there us or them in this case?
All of the above, I think.
I'm speaking directly to Amarantha here.
She'll just hand him her phone and it's up for contacts.
Yeah, he'll put his number in there.
And she'll just send
Just
a text
in case.
message saying,
What if this whole thing?
Oh, damn, it was
a
a fake number. No, I'm just-
This whole
Oh.
thing was an elaborate plan for Amarantha to get Vlad's number. There were no anarchists. There was no graffiti.
none of it was. Now
None of it
I can become a
matters.
vampire
Amarantha doing
because I can
everything.
commune with
Yeah,
elders
yeah.
all the time. I just send him text messages constantly.
Amarantha wrote the
Commune
graffiti.
with elders.
Okay.
It's just Vlad. Just
The
text
person
Vlad.
they're meeting from Toby's friend is actually just a mirror, so it's just Amarantha.
Oh my god.
Just to get the
Oh,
phone number.
no.
It was just- It's so that I can get the phone number, so then I can put the emojis in the phone and like a really.
No, wait,
uh,
wait till we start
bubblegum
communicating
pop
with
ringtone.
emojis.
Oh God, when we teach Michael about emojis, he just sends random text
I've got a
with
computer.
emojis.
He's gonna send the most vague emojis ever.
Just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eggplant
yeah.
one. He
Cleaner.
sends the eggplant one repeatedly to everybody.
There's like no other contacts in this phone. It's just Amarantha and Tori.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So we
It really
add
is home
Like a kid phone.
emoji to it.
Well, you can technically call 911 if you really want to, but
No, I don't want to talk
I
anymore.
don't
I know what
think you
911 is.
want.
When did 911 start?
When did that start?
What's the number?
Jesus.
One.
Oh, yes. I would know
Vladimir's
what
first phone
911
number was
is.
4 digits.
Vlad. It just spelled out Vlad. Under those
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
tones.
Real
yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
Yeah.
14.9 was a thing.
Was Tori going to say something there? I wasn't sure if her.
Nothing important. Just that we should add a Jello emoji to the Discord.
All right.
No!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes!
oh my god. I'm on it.
Remick is on it.
Oh my god.
You
it.
still owe me a bloop emoji too.
I'm
Don't
working
forget.
on it.
We need to bloop.
Bloop. The bloop
All right.
language, I swear.
Yeah.
Who's
So you're doing your thing, and then we're going on our ghost tour with Estella.
Yeah.
Estella.
Let's do it.
Oh my
Okay.
god, Vlad. They're totally gonna cock block you so hard with Estella.
I'm not trying to fuck us down. Not everything is
so
about
rude to
getting
her.
married, okay?
Building bridges. I know what that's code for.
Oh,
Bridges. Nobody builds
Some
bridges.
people
No.
is I'm just trying to make
man.
friends. Jesus.
All right.
I didn't
Gotta
not
go
give it
before
a
Duncan
party, but
closes.
I-
So like, there's no
like,
reason to pout.
whatever.
Just say.
Vlad is not trying to get laid by anybody but one person.
All right. Well, as these two groups go their separate ways for the evening, I think that's a good place to wrap things up.
No.
I know.
Ghost tour.
I know.
Let's just
That's
record
fine.
another one right now.
Too many
Okay, let's
shenanigans.
go. Let's go. Three in one day. We can do this.
Three in
Oh,
one day, we
God,
got
no. I'm so tired.
it. You drink wine all day.
That wine in the middle
Nobody
of the day.
told you to.
All day. I mean,
The
not
universe.
just
told
that.
me
I've
to.
like 2 nights in a row of like 5 hours of sleep. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Oof. Brutal.
yeah.
Brutal.
What day is it?
What are we doing?
Saturday.
Thank you for joining
What?
us.
It's Tuesday.
This
We
will
air
be
on
a
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
To
What
air
year
on
is it?
Tuesdays. What year is it?
Is it 1904?
1967.
1904
God.
back on Thursday. I think.
Mhm.
What is time?
No, yes.
Probably.
Yes.
This would be a
19
1904
Yep.
one, yeah.
1904 back on Thursday. Check out Jenna and Lee on Abstract Adventures, where you find your podcasts.
Podcast.
Mhm.
Wherever you like podcasts.
More chaos, and like all good podcasts, you can take it with you on your phone.
It's like a cellular device.
Mhm. It might be in your pillow.
What?
Or
What? What's happening?
maybe your toaster.
Podcast.
Oh god.
You can listen to us on a hike.
Just tweet from your fridge. It's fine.
You can these
Podcast.
days.
I
Put it in your
know.
pocket.
Fridges.
I know.
You can get the podcast on the fridge. You
Get
can
us
get our
on your
show
fridge.
on your fridge.
You can watch our
You
show
play Doom on a fridge.
refrigerator.
Listen
Yes.
to Abstract Adventures on your fridge. Please send me that video.
There was a teenage girl whose mom took
must
away all her
know.
devices, so she started tweeting from the fridge.
Listen,
Yes.
listen to Abstract Adventures on your Nintendo DS.
Please.
Or download it on your microwave, you know? Do whatever you want.
Hair dryer, whatever.
Your watch,
God.
I guess now.
We know how
car.
podcasts work.
Mhm.
You know, podcast.
Podcast.